Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Boop. Hello. Just doing a little intro section first, just to make sure you're all understanding what the hell this is. So start off. This will be this session is pre-recorded. It's never been shown before, so it's not like it's still technically live, but you know what I mean. So I will be DMing this game called Stars Without Number. This is the book, Stars Without Number. It's basically D&D in space. Really, really cool. Really, really interesting. And I'm quite happy with what I've done so far. I'm a brand new DM, so I want critique. For this whole session, I will be in the chat when I start the recording. For people on YouTube, obviously, hello. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Without further ado, I will get started. If you have any questions, just pop in the chat. But otherwise, I will be here the entire time. So ask away in the chat. I'm free to speak in there. So we'll see how this goes. So enjoy, everybody. I will see you in a few hours, most likely. All right, are we all good?
Yeah, sure. I'm ready. Let's go.
100% high. Is everybody in Roll20?
I'm not sure everyone is yet.
Cecil's there.
I can see everyone.
Yep, that's everyone.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Is Ghost back? Ghost, Cecil, are you guys here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yup.
Sweet. All right. Let's do this then. Okay, so one thing I need to ask first is, obviously, you guys need a reason. So basically, what's going to happen is you're going to be going to a ship meeting, or meeting at a shipyard. You're going to be perusing the ships, and then purchasing one. And obviously, we need a reason for you all to be there. So how would you like to do that? Would you like to be like one of you put out an ad of some kind? The other guys answered it, and that's why. And that's why you're there?
My character, I'd say someone put out an ad.
Okay.
What, like mercenaries?
Yeah, like mercenaries wanted and like.
Camera went. Yeah.
So yeah.
So before we start, now we can just rescale all the pictures so they're all like 2x4 instead of like some of them are wider than other ones. Because it's very annoying for me to look at.
But then they're all squashed.
I don't care. Just
look,
at least mine. Squashed. Yeah, there you go.
Does that help?
That's
fantastic.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Yeah. So is that what you guys want to kind of want to do, or did you have something else in mind by the reason you guys are meeting up?
I don't mind the idea.
It fits my character better if someone put out an ad. Those guys could have met up earlier, got the ship, and then asked for another person. So, well, whichever makes sense.
Bit of background on me, if it's easier for why I might be there, is I'm actually looking for my parents as an orphaned person.
Okay.
So I'm kind of out there. I've hitched a lift off my planet, and I'm now looking for another ship or a crew to join up with to try and help me find my parents while we're out on our adventures.
Okay.
Who's our pilot?
Me, your pilot.
Right.
Yeah, he's the pilot. Yeah.
So or do it that I'm looking for a crew to join me or whatever. I don't.
Yeah, you could do that. So you're saying like you put out
you have more of a purpose.
You put out an ad saying like wanting to join crew, or if crew wanted to join me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so then everyone else answered it, and then got to this place various ways. So I think a lot of you are describing how you got there. So do you want to describe each of you how you got there, and then we'll do like character introductions.
Okay.
So who wants to go first?
I don't mind. I will. I actually hitched a ride on a cargo. I say hitched a ride. I hid in the cargo bay, and got off planet and to here that way.
That must have been pretty rough because they're not usually like.
It was. They're not the most comfortable.
Nope.
And the cargo was unknown, so a little bit kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah. What was in the cargo while you were doing it?
I haven't got a clue. It just
Okay.
had nice symbols of explosives on it.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it was explosives. But as like being from a hot planet, I'm not, I don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
A little
Handle
bit
with
of the
care
older-
written on the side.
That was just on the side of my trousers.
So you smuggled off there onto this planet. That's cool.
Yep.
Next, who wants to go?
I guess I can go. So I come from a fairly low-tech planet. We are mostly farmers, and we like to stick to ourselves. But as a child, I've always felt like there was more to the universe than farming. So I decided to enlist with one of the frontier ships when they came to mine on our planet. And I enlisted as a soldier, and thereafter specialized myself in crewing some of the very big guns we have on the ship. So yeah, I am flying around with them, and right now I have decided that they might not be the nicest people, so I wanted to find some other people to explore the universe with.
So how did you leave them? Did you leave on good terms or bad terms?
I did not leave on good terms with them.
Okay, so you just up and left and that's it.
Yes, I did.
yeah,
I kind of
okay.
left.
So does that mean we're going to have to watch out for the deserter posters going up?
That might be, yeah, maybe.
Maybe, yes. Gives me story content. It's cool. All right. Ghost Sideshow. Which one next?
Well, I saw the ad. I saw this ad, so it was saying experienced sort of mercenary type needed. And as it was not too far away, I'd been around my planet for quite a while, being just generally trying to survive, doing what I need to survive. So when I saw this ad for sort of proper work where I get to leave, finally, I thought I'll take a ride with the Frontier, who I'd done some work with in the past. So they offered me, they said, sure, you can get a lift with us, and I managed to get a lift off the planet quite safely.
Yeah, they were kind of starting their mining operation on your planet, like, as you were leaving with them.
Yeah. And, well, they didn't want people around, if possible, because they were going to be doing a lot of... Well, they were going to be tearing the planet to shreds. So,
Pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much what they do. They're dicks, really. Like, they
So,
don't ask, they just land and mine.
so someone saying, I just want to leave, they were sort of like, well, we're going to send some stuff back, so sure, go for it. And away I went.
Cool. Alright, Ghost.
Right. I left my planet by ship hopping, acting as a doctor, and now I'm fed up of hopping from ship to ship and not getting paid too much, so I want to take up with a permanent crew.
Okay, cool. As the ship's medical officer person.
Yep.
But there's also a SciTech guy. Cool. Alright, so you all landed on this planet. This planet is... I've got my notes here. What it's called. This planet's called Smirty in the Androcles system. I know it's got a stupid name. You can laugh now.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to... Hang on.
Only Smirties have the answer.
Smirty's... I'm going to, like, draw a circle around where you actually are, like, and I'll move it as you move on the map. So that's where you are right now. It's not really too far away from a lot of your places, I don't think.
It's right next door to me.
It's right next door to yours, and then it's yeah, it's not too far away from the rest of them. Cool. So has anyone who's got Culture Spacer?
I do have a look.
I do.
Okay.
I don't.
I've done quite well in that, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I've got +1 in that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I do as well.
Cool. Okay, so basically, when we're rolling skill checks and stuff, if you have the skill as well, you can help. And basically, you click on the roll. If you roll more than a 7, you help the other person. They get a +1 to their roll, so they can get a better roll. So basically, what I'm rolling for here is what you guys know about this planet.
Okay.
As you're coming onto it, I'm assuming, Cecil, as soon as you guys set up the thing, you've got in contact with this guy. This guy's name is Hector. It's Hector's shipyard.
Yep.
On the ship, it's very much like on the outskirts of it's nowhere near any civilization. It's kind of just like a massive abandoned shipyard with like hundreds of massive like abandoned ships, but he has like ones that are functioning to sell as well. And he kind of you've got in touch with him and everything. So do you guys want to make those rolls to see if you know, I can tell you more about the planet.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So if you do the helping roll first, if you get more than a 7, you can gain a +1 on the other one, and just roll it, and we'll just add 1 to it.
What's my input value?
It should
Would it be
be
wisdom?
in this case it'd be intelligence.
Assisted 0. And there is mine.
Yes.
Oh, I've not scrolled down. Hang on. Come on, roll 20, please.
I've got a 7, mate.
7. Cool. All right. Cool. So you get a
Right.
plus. So then roll your next one, and then you get a +1 to it.
Who, me or?
No, because you're rolling to help him. So
Yeah. Okay.
Is it not?
so you just click on the little thing, and it should ask you for the inputs.
Assisted is 1.
Yep. Okay, cool. So you know a decent amount. Only 1 more though, but still. Like you two have heard like about this planet. The other two haven't. So this planet is basically the entire planet is run by one AI. It is ruled, ran, and looked after by one AI. So every computer system, everything on the planet is run by AI. This one thing, but it's not an evil AI. It's like sympathetic to the human race, and it knows it needs the human race that live on this planet, so they kind of coexist. So so the AI looks after all the computers and everything like that, and absolutely everything. So it's always busy with that. That's how the major planet works. It's a tech level 4 planet. Lots of kind of just like normal big spacey cities. I think there's a population of about 500,000 people on the entire planet. So it's not a huge planet, but it's pretty big. But it's got along these big like sprawling like meadowy landscapes. Like the kind of like if you're looking at a comparison like in America where you've got like the big like long fields of like corn and shit like that. There's a lot of kind of that there, and that's where one of these shipyards is. It's way away from any of the ships. So I guess you turn up in like a space taxi or what have you. You pay the automated thing, and it's just this big line of trees. So I guess in CCO you get there first. This big line of trees, and then there's this like big like barn type thing with just like Hector's shipyard written like on the side of it, and just this tiny ass door because this thing's huge, and that's all you see. And so then I guess do you wait outside or do you go in before the rest of them get here?
I guess I'd wait outside for him.
You wait outside for him.
Fairness,
Okay.
yeah. There's no point in me going in there trying to negotiate with this guy when I'm waiting for a crew.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm assuming you guys have like exchanged messages and stuff saying like I accept and that kind of thing beforehand, which is
We
fine.
worked out some sort of deal like what do you guys say? Like from each job, say like 15% each, and then the other 10% from sort of the rest of us goes towards the ship payments and various things. Does that make sense?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can work that out between you guys, yeah.
Yeah, with smart.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm assuming they've all got ID cards, so I know who they are.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
know
not
who
just
they are.
taking some random person with us.
Well, we've got a way of identifying each other
you'll
by
do.
a phrase or something.
Yeah, well, you're in the middle of nowhere. There's no one else around. There's not going to be like you're not going to go. Oh shit! No, there's like 10 people here. Which one are they? It's going to be like that one. So who turns up next, basically? And
I'll turn up next.
okay, so you step out the car and you see, and then Cecile, if you want to describe your character, what he looks like.
Yeah, so I've got. Obviously, no, that's not Dan. Shush. Sorry, guys.
Hi Dan, what's up?
That's my younger son. He gets confused over what games I'm playing.
Right.
So I've turned up, obviously being on the Tech 4 planet. I've been
Yep.
here a while, obviously long enough to put out things.
Mhm.
So I've got like leather armor on
Mhm.
that's got like a flame effect to it.
Okay.
Nice. So that's all I see when I first step out the car. I sort of see.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you see me in leather armor, but I've not got like a long leather jacket. You know,
What about face features? Or are you wearing something over your head?
I've got a scar coming down right over my right eye.
All right.
Down to
Okay.
my cheek, where I was I was a slave. Part of my background. So,
Okay. Cool.
Part of a scar from me probably not doing as I was told, or you know. But yeah, general human features, but with a nasty scar running from kind of center of my forehead down past through my right eye down to my cheek.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool.
All right.
What you see stepping out this car is someone who looks fairly sort of. They look like they don't belong on that planet at all, because they're dressed like a sand person, but it's red coloured.
Okay.
So they just sort of wear fully covered head, really sort of baggy sort of clothes. It's just sort of it looks kind of sort of very odd that someone someone stepping out of a car in this sort of place would be dressed like this. It doesn't fit at all.
Well, the thing it makes sense because this planet is like a warmish planet, so it's not a burning planet like yours. So this is actually cold to you.
Yeah.
Like this is like 20 degrees here, and you're used to like 45 plus.
Yeah.
So
I'm about 5'6" tall.
Okay.
So not
shorty.
not too tall.
Yeah.
And upon seeing you, because we've obviously chatted in the past, and we've obviously explained, I sort of walk up to you and go, "Hey, are you? Hang on, I've forgotten your name."
Cecil.
Okay. Hey, are you Cecil?
Yes, mate.
Alright.
You here for the job?
Yeah, I'm here for the job.
Cool. We're just waiting for 2 others, mate, and we'll head on in and look at our ship.
Alright. And I just sort of walk down, just sort of sit near the entrance, just sort of either on a bench or just on the floor nearby.
Cool. All right. So then let's say Ghost turns up next under the space taxi.
Okay. As I hop out of the taxi, you guys see 5'8", very obvious red hair. Skin is kind of a pale grey. My eyes have a weird sort of bluish glow to them, and I have a rather sharp goatee. I've got a coat over one arm, and I just kind of... You the guys?
Hey.
I sort of just flare up a couple of things, just sort of making a gesture of yeah.
Cool. How many more are we waiting on?
Just one more, mate. Just one more, and then we're going to go in and look at the ship, and hopefully be on our way.
Right.
Governel's probably thinking, "What the fuck have I got myself into?" Like...
Pretty much. Just put my cap on and then just kind of look around.
yeah. So they're like just behind you. The other space taxi pulls away, and then Royal shows up.
Yeah. So I am a fairly large human. I am 6'2". So when you step out, you see that I have this plated, I would say, body armor on. It's like and on the inside it's definitely leather armor, but it's like there's big plates of plate metal like covering the arms, the legs, and the chest area, and I have a mask covering my mouth area, like, so you can't really see most of my facial features. And then
so just like a half mask, like up to your nose.
Yeah, half a mask. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Does it have like a big smile painted on it or something?
No, it's just generic grey to fit with the rest of the outfit.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I head towards the other people in the area, and then I ask, "Are you guys here for the job as well?"
Yes, mate. I'm the one that put out the ad. The other 2 guys over there, they're just waiting, and we'll go in and look at the ship in a minute.
Upon his arrival, I sort of go, right, that's our final guy, is it? And then sort of get up.
Yes, mate.
And start heading towards just sort of introduce myself.
Okay, cool.
I come back from my wanderings and just wave.
So you just like walk off a little bit and just like have a wander?
Yeah, I was just wandering around looking at the vents and shit.
Brilliant. All right, so yeah, you just stood against this massive like bar, and it's like, I don't know, like 100 meters tall. It's huge, and there's just this one little tiny door with a little doorbell next to it. So, what do you guys do?
Cool. Press the doorbell.
Yes.
All right, you hear this big loud bing bong, like it's a huge, like ridiculous bell. It's not just like a thing, and then you just hear this like redneck dude shout, "In a minute!" and then you literally takes like 3 or 4 minutes before anything happens. Then you hear like lots of bolts coming from this other side of the door, like a lot of like primitive bolts, because usually you're from space. It's a tech level 4 planet. You have really like powerful magnetic locks and shit. But no, it's just like unbolting like 10 things. Like any of you could just shoot that out with one of your weapons, like easy peasy. But then he opens it, and then you just see this really kind of emaciated, skinny guy wearing this like flannel shirt, ripped jeans, like a kind of like a grey ponytail. He's probably like in his he's probably like about 65. This guy, and he's like, "You the guys?"
Yes, mate. We're here to pick up the ship.
You know to pick up. You need to choose first.
Ah.
Come on, just okay. And then he just kind of like beckons with the really like long bony finger. And then so he walks in, and you're kind of like in just this little like office space. There's beers everywhere. And then yeah, so he turns around and goes, "Before we look, anybody want a beer?"
Yeah, why not?
I'll take you up on that offer as well.
All right.
I'm not ashamed to drink and fly.
So,
I
yeah,
put my hand up and say, I don't drink.
Okay. Okay. He looks at you. And he looks kind of offended when you say that. He looks at you and gives you like a little
I'll
scowl.
have his.
Do you say that? You'll have
Yeah,
his.
I'll have his.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm used to it because people have done it for ages, and I just don't drink. So,
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm used to this sort of look of disappointment that I'm not going to have one.
Yep. All right. So he hands out beer to everyone.
I don't take a beer. I put my coat on and say, sorry, not on duty.
Okay. All right then, fair enough. And then he looks at you, Cece, and go, "Do you want his as well?"
Yeah, why not?
so he hands you 3 beers, all unopened, and then he hands you one roll as well. So you're carrying these 3 beers. They both say like they're definitely Big Buck branded beers. They're like Big Bucks beer something. I'll think up a name for them. Like Big Bucks Budweiser. Let's just call it that. So you got these 3 bottles. So and then he goes, "Right, follow me. We've got a little bit of a walk, but it'll be worth it in the end." And then so he opens the door, and like you're kind of confused for a second. Like he opens the door on the other side of the office, kind of like, I don't know, 10 feet wide, like by 10 foot, like this office, and like, it doesn't make sense for the size of the building outside. Then so you open the door, and then you just like you kind of like glint off the sun, which is like straight ahead of you, and you just see like as far as the eye can see, broken ships, piles of metal, big massive like non-working guns. There's like in the far distance there's like a big like battle cruiser thing, and you just kind of like I'm guessing a lot of you are like kind of like slightly awestruck slightly. Then you look behind you, and it's just kind of this weird building that's kind of like a really thin building that's really tall, and because the trees planted all along the side, so it's kind of like it hides where his like thing is, so people can't see in. And then that's why you realise it's all like that. So do you guys say anything when you see this big site?
I'd take out the advert and check the name and say, Cecil,
Yes.
you're the pilot, right?
Of sorts. I
Wonderful.
can get from A to B.
Wonderful. Right. Okay. I just put that away and just kind of stand there cross-armed, a bit worried.
A bit worried. Why? Okay.
Because our pilot's just got 3 beers.
Yeah, it's got these guys because he's like he's got to like hold 2 under his arm, like drinking one, like yeah. Brilliant.
I have no knowledge of ships at all, so I'm basically going, which one of these is the good? Which one's a good ship for us? They all look fairly okay to me. Because
a lot of them don't look okay. A lot of them are like half missing and completely broken. They've obviously been sat there a long time. A lot of them are just scrap. You can't see any ones in your eyesight that are actually like good yet. And he goes, as I said, yeah, these things, pieces of crap, absolute just pieces of shit. Ignore all these. Follow me, and then he kind of like walks off to like a diagonally, like kind of like in the northeast.
I am looking around the entire time we're sort of walking there, sort
Okay.
of trying to work out where the hell we are and what the hell's going on.
Well, he's taking you to buy a ship, basically. So yeah, you walk for probably like about 10, 15 minutes, and you're just passing these like giant ships. At one point, you look over and you see. I don't know who would notice this actually. Actually, let's make a roll. Let's make a roll. Anyone who's got. Has anybody got? Let's just bring up a sheet here. Tech astronautics.
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. If anyone else is, they can help. Actually, no. Let's just do a sync roll. Anyone who has it, roll it.
Okay. What are we using for this one? Intellect again, yeah?
Yes, int.
I'll do mine with a 0 bonus. I roll an 8.
You do. You notice this gun it's the size of like a good sized ship, but it's you know it as a vortex cannon. A gun that creates black holes. You've never seen one fought, but you've never seen one fired, but you've read about them and you recognize it instantly as you're walking past.
Okay, cool.
Do you say anything, or?
I kind of just look at it and kind of have this like worried feeling as to what on earth he's doing with it. I probably turn towards him and say, "Is that what I think it is?"
And he turns around to you and goes, "That depends. What do you think it is?"
Is that a vortex cannon?
It is. You have a good eye, sir. Yes. I can't remember how I came across that. It's been a long time. This shipyard's been in my family for fuck knows how long. So, yeah. It doesn't work, so don't worry. It's not gonna like open up a black hole on the planet or anything. You're okay. Don't worry. And then just keeps walking like nothing's happening.
Okay, cool.
But there's definitely a vortex cannon in his shipyard.
Yeah, that's just a little bit worrying, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so he finally walks up, and then it kind of like he turns a corner into a thing, and then straight ahead, you see this ship that's like it looks completely out of place because it's actually like polished and nice, and it's very boxy. It's a let me bring up my little sheets here. It is a shuttle, a converted shuttle, basically. So shuttles are usually ships that kind of just fly in atmosphere, but it's being converted with a spike drive, and which is the jump drive that they use in this universe. It's fairly biggish. Obviously it's plenty enough for you to crew. It can hold a max crew of about 10, minimum crew of 1. And it's not the fastest ship at all. This one has no weapons on it at all, and he's explaining this to you like as you're walking up to it. This ship is perfectly white, and it's really like kind of boxy. So it's got kind of like 2 boxes like on the side that it kind of sits on, and then like one big like cargo box in the middle, and then like kind of a ship that. So basically, you can lift off and leave like the cargo hold like on the ground kind of thing. But then, like the cockpit bit is quite big and is enough for like at least 10 people to live like comfortably, like not cramped in or anything.
Cool.
So he shows you that. He reels off all the specs and everything while you're looking around. This one's got lifeboats, so if you never need to abandon ship, you can. It's got a fuel scoop. Fuel scoops, they can you go close enough to a star and you can scoop the fuel out of it and you refuel that way. It's got 4 total tons of cargo space, and that's pressurized cargo. So you can do a lot with that. You can alter like you can make it really hot, really cold. You can do all kinds of shit with pressurized cargo space. It has an empty armory for all your weapons and shit, and it has atmospheric configuration, which means it can land and take off on a planet as well. So it's basically because some ships can't. So that's the first ship he shows you. Do any of you want to like have a closer look around, or?
Yeah, are we allowed on board to see?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're allowed on board to have a look around. Yeah.
Obviously, we want a medical wing if we can kind of.
Yeah, all these ships by standard have like some kind of auto dock medical thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Anyone else want to go on board and have a look and see what's what?
I'll check the medical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to examine the medical stuff.
So yeah, in the medical bay, they've got these auto dock machines. It's basically like a table. You just like someone lays down it like it's a chair that can move and stuff like that. And then it's got like a panel where you can administer all kinds of drugs, and there's like a cabinet where it's all kind of linked to. So it kind of like you can if you don't know like how to like heal someone, you can like put them in there, plug them in, and then it'll give you like guidance. like really simple guidance on how to do it. That's why I like it. It helps you do it. But if you are already medically trained, it's like a really, really useful tool for like healing people, and you could be able to do operations and shit with it as well.
I look around to see if there's see the cockpit and the crew rooms. See how many crew rooms there are.
Well, it can house up to 10 people, 10 crew.
No, but I mean, sort of, are they all separate individual rooms, or?
Yeah, they're all separate individual rooms. You got your own like bathrooms and shit. It's not like shared or anything. It's quite like the cockpit bit is like quite decently sized.
Right.
I would like to ask the salesperson if the ship has any offensive capabilities.
It's like this one, no. It doesn't have any room. Like all the it does have one free hard point, and hard points are like weapon slots for the thing, but it doesn't have any power. So it would need more power for it to have hard points on it. So no, if you're in a fight, run. Even then, it's not very good because it's slow as fuck.
I look a little bit disappointed at this point.
Okay.
I whispered to Cecil, I wonder if we can get that big gun on here.
The gun is like 5-6 times bigger than that shit than the ship.
I think you
I
find
still
that's
whisper
more
it.
for a, find that's more for a dreadnought than a little ship that we're looking at.
Yeah. To put it in perspective, the biggest ship that is the only one that can carry it is, if you were to buy one, is base cost 60 million
Easy.
with a minimum of 300 crew.
So I'll look at the guys and ask who can hack the AI.
Good job. Yeah. Well, because he's out in the sticks, there's no AI influence over here, because that's it. Like, he's just got this big shipyard. There's no contact really with the rest of the city, so they leave him alone. Okay, so do you guys ask anything more about this particular ship?
What offences has it had?
What do you mean by what?
Has it been previously registered, and has it had any offences and that kind of
So basically, it was like a shuttlecraft that like used to run on this country and on this planet, and it's been like heavily converted and modified.
Is it legal?
He looks at you and goes, "Yeah, what do you take me for? Did this myself." And kind of gestures it with his beer, like that instills confidence. Like,
I look slightly worried. And I kind of look at everyone else just a bit worried and
okay.
shrug.
As I see him worried, I sort of start suspiciously walking sort of a few steps back and just sort of keeping my distance a bit more.
Okay.
And can I ask if he's got any other ships that might be within our price range?
Okay, yeah,
Or is this the
he
only one?
looks at you and goes, well, first of all, I'll tell you the price of this one. The price of this one is 214k total. And obviously, none of you have that money, so like when you're buying this, you'll be set up like a payment plan thing. So don't worry. Like you're not gonna be like you have to like pay a certain back per month to him, kind of thing, kind of a deal. Because pretty much everybody does that in the system. Like no one can afford to just buy a ship like off like it's like a mortgage for a ship kind of thing.
Can we get a mortgage in the Dreadnought then?
No. He does have one, but it's like out of commission. But no. Hector's not that good.
I ask a question of as it doesn't have any weapons, does it have really good armor then to sort of compensate for it?
And he's like, no, it doesn't have a good armor. but it's cheap. It's cheap. It's good. It's solid. And like kind of bangs it, and then like a panel falls off.
What do you think is?
And he's like, don't worry about that. It's fine.
I look at the other people and kind of say, I think we might want to look for something else. I don't plan to die as soon as we take off.
Okay.
I would like to not die as soon as we take off.
Okay. So he looks at you, Raoul, and he's like, right. I can see you're a man of. You want to shoot big guns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might have just a thing for you. It's a lot more expensive, but it's something I've been working on. Follow me, and does his bony finger again.
Just what? Do we know what our kind of like our credit limit is?
No, you don't have a credit limit because you'll be paying it back per month, basically.
Okay. So there isn't actually a limit as to what we could potentially go up to, or there is?
Oh no, there is. There's
Like,
he's
like
only he's well, okay. He's only going to have
It's only
two.
what he has available.
He's only got what he has available, so there is a limit. Okay. So then yeah, so you walk a ways down. So you walk for another like 10-15 minutes. Like this shipyard is fucking huge. It would take you like I don't know a day to drive like across it. Like it's that big. It's ridiculous. But he seems to know where everything is, which is like odd. Okay, so then you come out, and then there's this other ship. It's probably about twice the size of the one you saw previously. It's of the frigate class, so it's a class higher. So it's an actual. It was a spaceship, and it's heavily modified. And then he reels off all the extra stuff. So he's like, right, there's 10 cargo tonnage. That's way more than the other one. It's got 3 free mass. So basically, when you like put stuff on the ship, it takes either mass, power, or hard points. Hard points are for weapons. Mass is for like if you wanted to put like a bigger medical bay in, it'd take up like another mass kind of thing, and like that's the way it works. So it's got 3 free mass on it. It's got a max crew of 6. So it's a little different. And then he kind of like there's as you're looking at it, there's like this it's perfectly white again as well. There's these drones that are like flying around it, like spraying it and like making sure panels and you're like it's almost done. Don't worry, it's almost done. The drones are finishing it off.
Watching these fly around, do I actually see the name of the ship written on the side?
There is no name on the side of the ship. It's completely white.
Could we ask for it in a different colour, as the drones are still doing it? Or would that be too much?
You know, do you ask him that?
Yeah. Well,
And he goes, "Oh, yeah. As my policy when I sell ships," and he kind of like, it's like I'm integral to this, and he kind of says, "Yeah. I will. I've got my drones, as you see. There's just spraying the base white on. They will spray whatever design you want on there, and whatever the fuck you want to name it, I'll put it on the side, even if it's your ugly mug." And points at Raoul.
Ooh. I kind of just shake my head and laugh a little bit.
I am giggling quite badly over in the corner, trying to breathe.
Is it okay if we take a look on board?
Yeah, he says, yeah, go ahead. And then he reels off all the specs. So it's got same thing, atmospheric configuration. It's got, the other one had 2 slots of cargo space. Each cargo space can take up to 2 tons. This one's got 5 of them, so it can take up to 10 tons of cargo space. It's got a fuel scoop again, lifeboats, and an empty armory. It's pretty much the same. And then it just goes, before you go in and have a look inside, watch this. And then he pulls like a grubby data pad and like wipes like dirt and shit off it because it's horrible. And then he presses a few buttons and then goes boop. And then out the side of the ship, like these panels like slide back on the side. So basically, if you're looking at the ship, it looks kind of like so there's like the big main body of the ship, and then it's got kind of like a wing that comes across it and then lands down, and then like two big engines on it. And then like there's a bit on the bottom that kind of like folds down, and then that's like the ramp up into the cargo hold. And then there's like another like mini stairs at the front that goes like straight up into the cockpit bit. So as he does that, on the side of the ship, like in between the guns, so in between the engines, these like 2 things slide back, and then these 2 like rails come out, and these massive like green hovering guns that are kind of got like a green electricity like flowing through them. And he's like, he looks at Raoul and goes, "Is that what you're looking for?"
That's indeed what I'm looking for.
So these, so he explains they are Reaper batteries, and then he also looks at you, Cecil, and goes, "You might not want to show these as much as you can."
Are they illegal?
Not in some systems, but in some, yes. That's why they can go in and they're hidden. Clever, right?
I
and
just-
I ask him, what kind of shields has it got? What armor capacity is it?
It's got
better than
armor. It goes way better armor than the other one. The other one had armor class 9. This one has armor 2, which is lower is better.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, armor class 6. So it's 3 better.
I obviously did not see those, and just kind of gesture at him to put them away.
Yeah, he goes, "All right, okay," and just beeps a button, and they go, zzz, and then fold in. But like from the outside, you can't see them. They just look like a normal like kind of freighter ship, which I think that was the idea that he had behind it.
Yep.
Um,
And how much is this one?
He goes, there's the problem. This one is 712.5k.
And what would that be on a monthly basis?
He kind of gets his data pad out and like bumps it out and gives you the. He says, depending on how quickly you want to pay it back, minimum 5k a month.
It's not too bad. That's not too bad at all.
You can obviously pay it back faster if you wish, but that's like he's offering you. That's a pretty good deal.
I'm thinking.
But okay, so
do
does anyone have a business skill?
I got -1 in it, if that counts.
No, you have to have at least a 0 in it.
No, I don't.
No.
Then no.
No.
Nope. Then you
Wow.
get the default price. You can't haggle at all. So yeah. I'll reel off the rest of the specs. It's got 20 hit points, a max crew of 6. It has life support for 4 crew members for 45 days in space. It has 2 jumps max of its spike drive. If you are repairing it, it's 500 cost 500 credits per health point to repair it. You do have to pay maintenance on it, like when you get it, if you buy this one. And the maintenance is 35,000 per year. So split up, like I think you can just pay that in like one lump sum at the beginning of the year or what have you. This is maintained up until March. It's January right now, so you've got 3 months maintenance basically on it. It's like insurance, really. So yeah, it's got the 2 Reaper batteries, which are really cool. They kind of do like a spread of like electric green energy. They're not very good.
Do we know what tech level they are?
They're tech level 4. Pretty much all ship stuff, like spaceship stuff, is tech level 4. Because tech level 3 people don't have like ships really. So yeah, that's the ship. So do you want to go have a little round in it and everything like that? I'm assuming.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
poke around at all the hatches and whatnot.
It's got a similar auto dock system in this one.
I go inside as well. And who went inside the ship? Who
I'm
went inside
assuming
the ship as
all of
well?
you go in
I
and have a
did.
look around.
So I kind of whispered to you, aren't we a little bit worried why the ship is getting painted over? It might be stolen or been used for something we don't want to get involved in.
I
Would-
have a
Would we
feeling.
be able to check its history on our compact?
If someone has the computer skill, yes.
I have 0 in computer.
If you have it, yeah, you can roll them.
Would I be able to help with Culture Criminal?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, you can. So if you roll a cult criminal roll,
Right. So I just click Culture Criminal.
yeah, you should auto roll it. Yep.
What would that be?
7 or more to help.
No, intelligence.
Oh yeah, intelligence. Yeah, anything like remembering is intelligence. Wisdom is more
assist,
observation.
Yeah, assist 0. Yeah.
Yes, it's 0. Yeah.
Nope. I
Nope.
don't.
Nope. Nothing.
So I will roll.
So you roll, but you don't get any help.
Nope. What is it? Intellect again?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See if you can find. It's quite a hard roll, so I'm going to say it's going to be 8 or more.
Boom.
Nice.
Boom.
Yeah, you find the ship registered. It was registered under a different name before. It doesn't matter. It's like you're gonna name it whatever. Anyway, it was called. Let's find a name actually.
Outlaw Star?
No, that's what we can call it if you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well,
Oh, that's
yeah.
the case.
you guys.
I am happy
It
with
hasn't
that.
got a name, so you guys decide what it is. What it's called.
Does that
So,
mean
so it was previously known as the Harley Quinn. That's the name that came up. It was previously known as the Harley Quinn. It was registered to this planet previously. And when he sees you looking at your data pad, he's like, "What are you doing over there? What are you doing?"
We are just we are looking through our funds to see how we can make this work, and how quickly we can pay you back with our current job plans.
Okay, he kind of looks at you and goes, "Okay," and then goes back to like walking around the ship, admiring his handiwork. So you go back to looking at the data pad, and yeah, it was registered on this planet. Obviously, the Reaper batteries are not anywhere near there. It was like just a freighter that took like cargo from one spot to another. Again, it's been heavily modified. You're guessing by him. It says it was like out of commission, so the ship itself is not stolen at all. It's completely like new. It's just like he's kind of like redone it, and this is usually like the common practice when you like you get like a wrecked ship. It's been like out of commission for a few years. You redo it and then you rename it and re-register it and everything like that. So,
was there a reason it was decommissioned or written in there, or did it crash, or?
Are you asking him, or because it doesn't say on the manifest thing?
Well, I'll just ask the guy looking at his compad. I just sort of ask that quick question to him.
Or to Raoul?
I can't see any.
No, it doesn't say that. It just said it was out of commission on X date. That's all it says.
Fair enough.
I'm going to assume that if it had been written off for any reason and been rebuilt, then it wouldn't be out of commission as such. It would be another class of.
Yeah, it's a common thing for people to do. Like if a ship's wrecked.
Like every 3 years, you trade in your car if you can afford it.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to redo it and remodify it, but with illegal Reaper batteries. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I look across and just go. Does it look? Is everything okay?
Yeah. The ship looks solid. Like this is he's looking when he's like walking around it, looking at it, drinking his beer. He looks really proud.
How many beers have you gone through by now, though?
I've just started the third.
You've just. Well, Hector's on his fourth, so. Like as you were walking up, he walked into like a random ship and then came out with like 2 more beers. Like.
How inebriated does he look?
Oh, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. He does this on a regular basis.
So he's not drunk enough that we might be able to barter without the business. So.
Yeah.
There's no way you're gonna be able to barter with him.
No matter how drunk he gets?
Worth a try.
No.
We can't try, apparently.
You can't. You need the business skill, really. Like, I suppose someone could try a persuade, but it'd be really, really hard. Like, you'd basically have to roll 2 6s.
Do we all like meet up, or are we already all together at the moment?
Yeah.
I'm assuming like, so he's outside. He's like, you just free. Look at the ship. It's fine. Go for it.
I'd say
I've
we
got the
all go on the
keys, and he
ship.
holds up his data pad. Like, I've still got the keys, so you can't fly off with it.
I say to everyone, I like the ship. The colour though, and I just my hair. How about this?
I really like
Say
it.
your hair was ginger.
Red, not ginger. Red, specifically red.
I
Dark
really like
red,
this idea.
but red.
I really like this idea, so I'm fine. I'm sort of like putting my thumb up, going, yeah, red.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
No, I'm fine with that as well.
Okay. All right. So, you're assuming you guys like stood on the ship, like talking, like in the mess hall bit, like.
Yeah.
So you just all agreeing that you want to purchase this one?
Yeah.
I'd say
Could we
I
get a
reckon he
little?
has another even better one. The last one was, and then this one was better. Is there a better one after this one?
We could
could
go
see
take
if
a
that
look,
Do you want to go ask him that?
but I would like to ask the Cecil that you are the one that put out the poster for recruitment, right?
Yes, mate, I was.
Okay. I would like to ask a little bit more information about the mission you had in mind, or whatever we were planning, what you wanted us to do, what you needed the crew for, so we could like balance the ship after those needs.
Basically, I'm looking at doing more like mercenary work, seeing what jobs we can pick up here and there. Whilst I'm kind of obviously, if you guys have got anything that needs doing, we can do. But I'm out to look for my parents, and kind of do jobs to kind of pay for the ship, because I can't rely on other people all the time.
I'm very
Yes.
sympathetic towards this and sort of going, I understand.
So we can all agree that the first ship is completely out of the question by now.
Yeah,
If-
the first
yeah.
ship is definitely not going to be worth
Okay,
us even thinking about.
Okay. So, are we gonna go ask for if he has anything bigger and better?
Yeah, I mean, my concern with that would be would we be able to make the monthly upkeep on another ship that's more expensive, bearing in mind that the best rate he can do on this one is 5,000 a month.
I go. My concern is maybe the sort of illegal weaponry.
Yeah, I mean, does anyone know what systems they would be illegal in?
Someone might make a culture criminal roll.
I will make a culture criminal roll. Has anyone else got culture criminal?
Nope.
Nope.
I've only got Culture World. Would that help him at all?
No, culture
What about
culture world is your own like world.
What about Culture Spacer?
No,
Would I be able to
no.
help?
Culture Spacer wouldn't help you in this because it's like no, it's a culture criminal.
Okay,
Yeah.
just culture criminal.
Yeah.
Intel.
So I wouldn't be able to help with being
No assist.
prison world.
No, you won't be able to. Actually, yeah, no, you are right. You would be able to help with the prison world stuff. So if you rolled your culture,
Right.
your world for that, and then you could help. Yeah, that would make sense. Because you obviously know a lot about the laws and shit. So
Right. I'll try and assist.
yeah, that's an assist. So take a +1.
Okay.
Siri.
Okay. Here we go.
Nope.
Oh dear. Should have done it the other way.
No, you don't. You don't really know. Like, you like in for general purposes, it will be legal in some systems and not in others.
Can we ask him for maybe for downgrading the ship, the weapons at least, into something legal? Or would that take too much time?
Do you want to ask him?
I don't think at the moment. As far as I'm aware, we're not on a time
Well,
pressure
my-
scale because we haven't taken any missions or anything yet.
Well, from
We're
my
kind of
result,
getting
I'd probably
self-set.
go with something like I don't see why it'd be a problem. Most systems will probably accept it, so I don't see it being a big problem.
Yeah, worst
As
case
long
scenario,
as-
we just sell them off.
If we don't get arrested before we try and sell them off.
I'm completely confident we should be fine. Judging by my result, I'm just going with it'll be fine.
If everyone else is fine with it, then
I'm happy to take the risk. I mean, but I guess there's no harm in asking about changing the guns.
I sit down comfortably at the table and wait for them to go ask, see what they're going to do.
Okay.
I'm
So-
just going
So
to
who's
stand
coming
and wait.
Who's coming with me? Is that Raoul coming with me?
Yeah, that would be me. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll
So
go
you
back
guys-
outside and we'll
Yep.
Yeah.
ask whether or not it's possible to take off the heavy weaponry that's there and replace it with some slightly more normal weaponry.
As soon as he says that, he looks really fucking offended. He's like, "Do you know how long I spent putting these fucking things on? They are top of the line fucking Reaper Assault things, and they will fucking rip apart any fucking ship that comes in your way. And on top of that, they're fucking hidden. So they come up to you and think you're powerless, and then they're shielded and everything. You'll be fine." Fucking assholes. And then kind of like he's sat on like a little crate and like turns around and just fucking starts drinking. Like,
I look at Raoul and go, are you prepared to take the risk?
I
We may be able to sort this out in another system.
I think that might be a good idea to try in another system. I don't think we want to offend this guy too much more, or he's
No,
gonna
because-
ramp up the price.
I agree with you there. So do you want to see if he's got anything bigger, or are you happy with this one? I know the other guys seem to be happy with this one.
We can always go look. I guess it doesn't. We can ask at least if he has anything bigger. But for now, I think we might not have the funds to really get anything
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I think this is going to be our best option.
Yes.
So I go over to him and,
Mhm.
and say that yes, we would like this ship if it's possible.
cool. He kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, okay. Alright then. Yeah. Cool. Sounds like a plan." And goes, Right. I've got the drones here. What colour do you want it? What do you want to call it?
I'm gonna go for a dark red, like my friend's hair over there. As I point towards Ghost.
Okay, yeah, and then he looks at Ghost and like kind of gestures his finger again.
Come closer.
You come closer, alright, he kind of like grabs your head and like looks at it.
Get
Like and
the
then,
hell?
And then he kind of like he points at he just does his finger to one of the drones. One of the drones come over and like just scans your head.
Ow.
It doesn't hurt. It's just kind of like it's just like forcing your head, like look at it, scans your head, and then the drones go off and they start painting the ship that color.
Awesome. And what were we going to call it, guys?
Something
Here's the decision.
basic like Aurora.
I thought I heard Outlaw Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. I have no intervention towards that then.
So you got what you got. So what you calling it? Outlaw Star?
Outlaw Star.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's call it Outlaw Star. Boom. All right. Just give me a second. Okay. Save changes. Boom. You should have access to the ship character sheet now.
Mine is blank.
Mine is blank.
Hmm.
Hold on. I'll
Mine
try
isn't.
refreshing.
You might have to refresh.
Oh, there it is. There it is. It's on a separate sheet.
Yeah, it's on a separate sheet. It's like another character sheet. Outlaw Star, and then if you click on ship, all the details are in there of everything. So
So you say it's 5 massive cargo, so that's 10 ton, yeah?
yeah, so each massive. So basically, yeah, each ship has like a mass points. This one had 15 to start with, I think.
Oh, okay.
So each something takes up mass. So like the armory takes up a mass, the lifeboats take up 2 mass, fuel scope takes up 2. But you've got 5 times cargo space. Each can hold 2 tons worth. So
Can I ask something about the world itself?
this world.
Yeah,
Yep.
about the You said this was a frigate class ship, right?
Yep.
How is that like? Because frigates are normally seen as warships. Is this seen as like a trading ship if it's a frigate class?
Well,
ship?
no. Frigate's not necessarily a fighting ship. Frigate's just a class size of ship.
Yeah.
So it's basically this ship before it had the guns and ship on it. It was just like it had like ridiculous amount of cargo tonnage and was just ferrying stuff and people across from like planet to planet.
Okay, cool. That's I just
That's the background that you found on your compad.
The operating cost is something like life support, isn't it?
What? Sorry.
It's an operating cost is something like life support. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's 20 credits per day per person of life support, and you have 4. So yeah, basically, you just refuel that whenever you get to a station. You can just get that anywhere. So yeah, you have 45. If all of you are on the ship for 45 days, that's how much air and life support you have, max. So
Okay.
all the details are there, just because I've put them in, because it's easy for everybody to read them.
Yep.
Then.
Alright.
So yeah, it's maintained until March. So you've got 3 months. You don't have to pay any maintenance, and then it's 35,000 that's owed after that. But you've got a year to pay it.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. So you guys now have a ship. So he paints on the side of the ship. He goes off with Cecile to work out all the details, I guess.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it. You're ready to pretty much fly off. So he kind of leaves you to like your ship once you sign the documents and everything. He's like, right, take off whenever. See you later. If you ever need anything, any parts, you know Hector will look after you. And then he kind of like he walks away and like gestures his bear, happy travels, and then like walks off.
Now I've got
Just
now I've
before
got
he
everything.
walks
I just
off- Just before he walks off, can I ask him where the nearest port is that we'd be able to kind of dock at if we need supplies? Would we already know that for this planet?
It's already filled up like with full supplies.
Oh, okay.
It's already like completely filled. Yeah. So you've got max supplies, max everything, max fuel, everything.
Okay.
Cool. But if you wanted to, there's a space station in system.
Okay.
There's generally there's like a space station in every system with like a TL4 planet or above. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm just thinking about like docking at a space station so we can start looking for missions and things.
Mm-hmm.
We're not
Yeah.
going to be able to find out here at Hector.
Yep. You don't necessarily have to land to that. You can look on job boards on like the space
Yeah,
internet
that's what
stuff.
I mean.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing all that's on board.
Yeah. It's all you got computers and everything. Like it's all you're all good on that front. So yeah, your first payment is obviously due like at the end of the month, end of January. I should keep tracking of the day as well, just on that.
so what day is it today?
January 3rd today. So yeah. So one thing I will note as well: the way communication works in this sector is the way it works is kind of like once you go into your spike drive into like subspace or warp space or whatever you want to call it, you can't send and take messages. So you're kind of stuck in this like bubble until you come out of it when you're traveling like long distance. And the way messages are carried, they're carried from ship to ship. So they're not like, oh, I'm just going to send a direct message from this planet to that planet, or like 7 sectors away. It doesn't work like that. Basically, you'll write a message and you'll send it to that place, and then it'll attach to the next ship that's plotting a course that way. And then once it gets to the course, it'll send it out from there. Or if it needs to go to another ship and then send somewhere else, and that's how it kind of works. So
it's bouncing.
So communication in system. Like if you're in the same system, it's instantaneous. That's fine. That's instant. So you can do like voice calls and all that kind of shit. But when you're sending it like from sector to sector, it could like if you're going from one side of the sector to the other side, it could take months to get there.
So if we're sending payments, stuff like that, I'm guessing all that's instant though, yeah?
Yeah. PayPal does like it. There has like a date that you sent it, so it's like that's fine. There's no issue with that. But it's just like if you're sending mail, like if you send a mail, don't expect something back the next day. Like it's going to take like a couple of weeks most of the time.
All right.
Just in the future for reference, depending on how far away it is. Okay, so you guys are on your ship. What do you do? What do you guys do like in your bunks? Do you like was one of you run to your bunk first and pick it out, and how does it work?
No, I'm going to go to the cockpit and start prepping the ship for takeoff. And
start fiddling, see what it's capable of, and shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around, see all the different courses, and just sort of pick one fairly fairly close to sort of the mess hall.
Okay, yeah. So you obviously got like a mess hall, a med bay. There's the cockpit, which is the cockpit's fairly big. So you've got the seat in the middle, and then it's like a big area, and there's like loads of computers. Like it's like a Star Trek like cockpit type deal, like but a little smaller for like only about 4 or 5 people at once, kind of thing. What's that? Dibs on room closest to the med bay. There you go. Okay,
That's fine.
Yeah, so you get the room closest to the med bay. That's fine. There is also an armory on the ship as well. It's obviously empty right now. There's nothing on it.
I think I'd probably pick one close to there as well. Fairly close to there.
When you say the armory, it's like a place where we store our weapons.
Yeah, you can keep them in your room if you like, but like that's what it's specifically designed for. Yeah. So it's got like bags where you can like hold your guns and like slots on the wall that make it look cool when you put it up and stuff. So yeah.
I've just gone straight to my room and just sort of lock the door, and I'm settling in.
Okay.
Taking a shower.
I go straight to the armory and start maintaining my weapons.
Okay.
Which I like a lot.
Yeah, well, so you got like a table in there, you start pulling them apart and cleaning them and like that kind
yes.
of shit. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Alright. It's the first thing you do when you get on the ship. Great.
I've just travelled a long way, and I probably haven't had a shower in quite some time, so I've just gone and...
You probably haven't had a shower in years.
Yeah.
Like...
My clothes probably aren't actually... The colour of my clothes is probably not the actual colour the clothes are anymore.
Yes. Oh god, yeah, brilliant. So do you guys do anything like specific in your room? Like, how's your room laid out? Like, if each
mine's
of you,
very
like...
basic and minimalistic because obviously that's what I'm used to being a slave. It's very kind of bed, and that's about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just purely for sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, a bed.
Yeah. You're like bouncing on the bed, like, oh yes.
A bed of broken glass.
I just start putting my stuff neatly away into shelves, like socks into drawers and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
My clothes are everywhere. My equipment's on the floor. It's just I've just dropped it wherever I've taken it off at the moment.
Okay. So before you take off and stuff, you can access like if you're looking for work, there's like job boards and stuff like that you can just look at, like looking for ship. Like it's kind of a similar place you put the ad on where you did, like whatever it is, like like Space Gumtree or something. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Space Tree.
Space Tree. There you go. Space Tree. Yeah. So you can access all that from in system. So like on the planet, so you don't have to take off to have a look in what you want to do for jobs wise and stuff.
Okay, so obviously being in the cockpit, that's one of the first things I'm going to do is start looking for work for us.
Yeah. Obviously, like the drones are still painting the ships, so it's still going to take
Yeah.
like an hour or so before they're finished.
Yeah, but I mean, it gives us a chance to have a good look through and see what's on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
board.
You're all looking through the ship, getting familiar with it, and all that kind of
Yep.
stuff. Yeah. Cool.
It's been like 45 minutes. So I've got sort of, I've washed up. And I'm ready to sort of get half dressed more or less and sort of come out of my room. This is the first time you probably. Do I meet anyone sort of in the mess hall? Is there anyone in there?
Yeah, I'm going to wander in and get myself something to eat and get myself sorted out. Obviously, we've still got about an hour, half an hour before we can even think about leaving.
Yeah, you got like the rations and stuff on the ship look like they're like bags of stuff, and then you kind of you put them in and you press it, and then it like turns into like
And
some nice looking food. Like
would I have found any jobs that may have suited us?
okay, so I have
So
a
I
job.
can
I have
discuss
a
with the
job
crew?
sheet for you. So the okay, so
There we go. Sorry.
oh, did you want to do something in the mess hall first before I go through the jobs?
If I've met someone in there, this
yeah,
is
go
probably
for it,
the
yeah.
first time you have seen what I actually look like because I've been wearing like a face covering.
Okay.
And what you see is a female with shoulder-length red hair and green eyes, tan skin.
Very tan skin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Did you kind of like nod with like the red hair, like yeah?
Yeah, sort of like, hey, and just sort of sit down and grab something to eat.
Okay, cool. All right. So do you want to have a look at the job board? I've got there's 3 jobs for you to choose from to start with. So the first mission is posted by a ship called the Little Rascal. It's to transport 6.5 tons of volcanic rock from Thorbjorg to yeah, so you meet them in a system in Thorbjorg, they'll give you the stuff, and then you take it to... Sorry, I've not made my notes apparently. 706. So it's 706, so the one next to you, and then you've got to take it to Xanthos in 405. So that's that. The next one is a bounty. Find and capture a man known as Mr. 8. Last seen as a space station in Xanthos system. 50k reward for alive, 30k dead. Oh, sorry, the reward for the first one was 10k. And once you have him, you take him to Korres, which you will know quite well, Ghost.
Oh, good.
Picture to be forwarded upon acceptance of the bounty. So, and then obviously you know about, I've told you guys about the bounty hunter ranking thing, so if you take the job and fail it, they'll be pissed off at you, basically.
What's our current rank?
Well, you don't have like any reputation with them,
Okay.
like at all. You've not done any jobs for them yet, so. And then the last job is some anonymous person is asking for transport from Xanthos to where is it? Daedamir, which is 104. So from 405 to 104 at the space station. His name is it's not anonymous. His name is Derek Lazenby, and it's 30k reward for that. And you look at that and you see that's really, really, really high for like just a passenger.
Can we accept 2 missions at the same time?
You could potentially,
Because
yes.
you said one of the transport one was next to
Yeah,
us.
so you've got 706 to 4.
Yeah, so if you wanted to like let's say you took the bounty and then you went and pick up the cargo and then went to the same place with both.
Yeah, because that was where we saw he was seeing last.
Yeah, so it's either a pickup in Xanthos and take to Daedamir, or it's find a guy who was last seen on Xanthos, and then pick up the stuff from it's Amuzagar 706. It's the planet Thorbjorg that you pick up the stuff from, or in orbit at least. Okay.
I'll head to the mess hall via the cockpit. If no one's at the cockpit, I'll head to the mess hall.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Come
you're
and
the
see
only one in the
everyone there, I
cockpit so
guess.
far, yeah.
You see me eating at the table.
Hi. Any jobs?
I'm going to put a call out for roll. to come to the mess hall so we can all sit down and
Oh,
discuss.
so you're like over the intercom, like, yeah.
Yeah, just over the intercom, just calling him just to come to the mess hall so we can discuss, obviously, what jobs are available.
And I start walking towards the mess hall then.
Alright, so you're all in the mess hall?
Yep,
Yeah.
we're all in the mess hall.
Mhm.
So I'm going to explain that we've got a job that can go from 706 to 405, which is to transport volcanic rock.
How
Um,
much?
6.5 tons. You've got enough for 10, so you've got plenty of room.
So explaining that that's going to pay us 10k if we do that, just transporting the rock,
Mhm.
which within our. When it says the ship's only capable of doing 2 jumps, is that 2 hexes it's able to jump?
Yeah, before it has to refuel. Yeah.
All right, so effectively I would be able to go from 606 to 706, but I wouldn't be able to go 706 over to 405.
So no,
We'll
but
be able to go to.
you
we'll
do
be able
it
to go
you
to there and
do it
back.
hex by hex. So like if you were going from Androcles to Xanthos, you'd have to do 2 jumps and then
Okay.
refuel. So you couldn't go any more than that until you upgrade this. Eventually you can upgrade the spec drive.
Yeah.
Which means you can
So-
go more, but that's expensive. So
So we do 1 jump refuel, 1 jump refuel, 2 jumps refuel. That's basically
Yes.
how we'd have to do it.
basically yes, but shit can go wrong. So
And so I'm explaining that we've got obviously the volcanic rock to pick up in 706 to take to 405, or we've got a bounty that last place was seen was in our sector.
Mhm.
And then there's obviously the pickup from 405 to take to 104. That pays 30k, and that's just for transporting 1 person.
I would like to take the bounty.
I'm very interested in the bounty as well. I'm not so interested in the cargo.
Okay.
I would agree with the bounty. It seems right up my alley.
So what did the bounty pay again?
50k for him alive, 30k for him dead.
Can he miss? Can he be missing some limbs?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
I would assume as long as he's breathing, we'd get the 50k. Personally.
Well, like you're like Ghost would know this. You're dropping him off in Tello, the system, which is where his home prison planet is from. That's
Okay.
that's the guys you're dropping him off to.
Is
Okay.
50k a substantial bounty, would you say?
It's an okay-ish bounty.
So I look at Ghost and say, "Oh, we've got to drop him off and tell us what can you tell us about, them?" And
Oh, it's home.
Are they gonna? Are they
It's
gonna
home,
stick
as
to their
long-
word?
I look very offended at this. Go, yes.
Bear in mind, man, this is a prison system we're going to.
I'm kind of glaring at him and going, yeah, it's home.
Okay.
Yes, they'll keep their word. More so if I'm there.
Do we?
They have a
know
big
why,
reputation for keeping their word, so yeah, they will.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do we know why there's a bounty on this guy? Do we
No,
have
it doesn't
any
say. It's just a
information?
bounty. No, it doesn't say.
Okay.
Can we
No, go on.
Can we in any way like make a threat assessment, like look up if there's any, can we find any information on him basically?
No, you don't know who he is.
Okay.
You have no idea. Like, it's just a bounty with a name. That's all it is. Like, that's just the last place he's seen. If there was more information, they'd put it up there.
Cool.
And they said they send you a picture on acceptance of the job, so you will get a picture at least.
On space
Okay.
Facebook.
So I'm
Space-
guessing as we've all agreed to take the bounty, that we've accepted that.
Okay, so you accept it. You press accept on it. Okay.
And I guess we wait because it's 2 systems across. I'm assuming 3 systems, or 3.
Mhm. So you're
Three
not
things
you're
across,
not
so-
going to pick up the stuff first, the volcanic rock or anything like that.
No. The guys have said they don't want to do the volcanic rock.
Okay, you're not bothered about it. Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay then. So you set off. So basically, you lift off. You're flying this thing for the first time. How does it feel?
Yeah, pretty good actually, considering
Yeah. It flies pretty well. It flies a lot
Yeah.
better than you thought it would. Like looking at it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. You can tell like Hector's done
Considering
like
considering it looks like, as you said, a freighter from the outside, it's
Yeah.
very deceiving as to
Yeah.
how it handles.
the
very
insides are a lot better than the outsides.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
been like heavily modified. So yeah. Very good for flying under the radar.
Cool.
So you got those. So it's fully painted red. You've got the name on the side of it.
Yep.
It looks really cool. So you fly off and you get into system. So then you find that you get into space. Everyone's strapped in, like the jolting and everything, and you enter the atmosphere. I guess a lot of you kind of tense the first time, like entering the atmosphere. Like, will this hold up?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
I've been flying
Yeah.
a giant spaceship, so
No, but it's in that because you don't really trust Hector.
oh,
We don't.
We have
like
no
that.
idea where he's
Yeah.
fighting.
like that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
I
there's
put my hat over my eyes and just kind of wake me when we get there.
yeah. So you get into space and then you're there and then it's all fine. It's all fine. It kind of you cruise to a stop and then you put your cruiser engines on. It's all fine. Cool. Right. So, do you want to stop off at a space station or anything first, or?
I turn to the crew and just say, "Is there anything we need before we leave? You know, is there anything we need to look at getting?"
The ship seems fully stocked, so we're fine there.
Has everyone like stocked up on their own kind of ammunition they will need for their weapons?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, as
my,
far as I'm
concern.
aware, I'm fully equipped with my sniper rifle.
That's it.
Ghost is asleep. Ghost is asleep.
Brilliant.
So I don't have anything I need as well, so I think
Okay.
we can head
Good
off.
to go. Okay, so it takes about 6-7 hours to get to the edge of the system where it's kind of like safe to spike drive, because if you do it like in the planet's gravity, it can get really fucky and shitty. So now it's time to make the navigation rolls where shit can go really, really wrong.
Yeah, cheers.
This is my
There is
favourite.
absolutely no way I can help you.
No, there's no way, because he's making. So basically, he's like plotting the course, and then like pressing it and punching it, and that's all you need to do. Like, because it's just goes. You point in a direction, goes into hyperspace, boom, goes, and then you can't exit it until you finish it.
Okay, so do I need to do a navigation roll here?
Yes, and each jump takes 6 days.
Okay. Okay, here goes. What?
So you're going from 606 to 505, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
What's the?
Oops.
What am I using as my?
I think
Wisdom.
it's. It's whichever is higher of intelligence and wisdom. Intelligence and charisma, sorry, whichever's higher for you.
Oh, yeah. Intelligence then.
Okay.
No, not unassisted.
Unassisted, yeah, you
And
need
it's a
7
7.
about it. Yeah, that's fine. You're fine. Don't worry.
Lovely.
So you're
Cool.
now in 505. Yep. And then
Lovely.
make another one. So it's 6 days. Passes. I just want to keep on the note on the ship of the life support.
Notepad. We had 45 days, right, in total?
Yeah. You can keep a note of it on like the ship like character sheet if you want. So you're 45 days minus 6. Like every time you get in like a system, like you just automatically stock up and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not too much.
Yeah, I have -6 now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Next roll for the navigation again, yeah?
Yep. Navigation again. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So now I have to roll on the table because that's a fail. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We all die instantly.
I hit an
So we're
asteroid.
just- So the three of us, are we just sitting in the mess bay, just like, oh,
No. That's actually fine. So drill
Okay.
successful.
We have-
Drill successful and on time by blind luck. So
Do we have it? Does he tell us that something may have gone wrong when we're jumping?
that's up to Cecile.
No, I just kind of hope and pray on this odd occasion. On this occasion, I'm just going to hope and pray that I've got it right and that we end up where we should be.
So I guess so.
So you're very
As we kind of pull into we jump into this system,
Mhm.
I kind of like look at everyone else and just kind of smile and wipe my forehead as if with the sweat's just rolling off.
Brilliant. So yeah. Brilliant. So that's good. So you're all there. Okay, so you're obviously in space for 12 days. What does everybody do in those like 12 days? What do you do to keep yourself active, keep yourself sane?
Well, I've washed my clothes, and they are actually the same color as what they looked like.
Okay.
It wasn't just dirt.
Okay.
and I've just sort of done a bit of maintenance on my weapons and just had general conversations with the crew every now and again.
Okay.
Sort of,
Well, see you in a second. You just want to take like a couple of minutes break, just grab a drink and take a piss and stuff, and then we'll come back in a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Just take like a 5-minute break and then just come back in a minute because Cecil's just gonna put his son in bed.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that hard to understand, guys. Jeez.
It was very hard to understand, mate.
Yeah, so just take like a couple of minutes break and we'll start again when Cecil comes
We can
back.
manage to get a Dota game in then. Let's go play Dota.
Let's not. I need to get
Where's the
beer.
mid? Yay.
No, alright, I'll be back in a minute.
Low priority.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
We're just taking a 5-minute break, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
The remote.
I am.
I am.
I am.
Thanks for that, guys. Sorry about that.
Alright.
That's fine.
The bubba decided to fall asleep on the floor.
Ah,
Comfy there sometimes. Just bear with me a second.
Just out of curiosity, you know, obviously I bought the compad.
Yep.
Does the compad have like a personal internet thing on it that's not?
Yeah. Like it does everything a modern day phone does, and like more like.
Cool.
It's basically like a space like a tablet, but like way advanced. So.
Okay.
So yeah, you can search like the space thing, but remember like the internet is only as good as like what system you're in.
Mhm.
So like if you're only in a system with like Tech 3, there won't be like much. Be some, but not much.
The Tech 3 is like 3G.
Yeah, well, tech level 3 is like our time, but slightly better. So like in another like 20 years or so, like our time, depending on the planet.
So it might have 4G that actually works.
Yeah, it could quite well have 4G that actually works. Yeah.
It's not gonna matter. The world is gonna be done by that time. Like we're gonna blow ourselves up by 2000 and whatever.
Well, you made your first 2 successful jumps, so.
No. In real life, so it's not gonna matter anyways.
Yeah. And just to note as well, CC, you could have re-rolled that as well, like if you failed it because of your expert skill stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So, but it worked out all right in the end. But still, like just for future.
yeah. I've made a note of my ability on my notes, so don't forget.
Because you guys can do it once every combat, which is really powerful.
Yeah.
You don't have to sleep or anything.
Nice.
So is everybody back?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so yeah, we'll go back to what you were doing in the 12 days on the ship. So Siri was just washing her clothes and what have you. What is everyone else doing?
I'm searching the personal internet for, still hunting for my parents, doing like personal stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Not playing Space Candy Crush then.
No.
I
In my
guess
case, it'd be Spaceship Crash, wouldn't it?
I guess I'm trying to learn the other people on the ship a little bit better. Like, so if we're gonna be working together, I would like to know like how they like a little bit more about them. So just like, and also of course telling them a little bit about my military background as well, but leaving out the fact that I'm a deserter.
Yeah. Okay, so do you guys want to go around and like just talk a bit more about your characters?
Sure.
Yeah, because
okay
I'm
with
assuming you get to know each other in these 12 days. Like, you're not just going to avoid each other and not talk to each other, are you? Really? Let's be honest.
No.
Okay, so Raoul, do you want to go first?
Just talk a little bit more about myself.
Yeah, about your character and what he's about and everything.
Well, my character was picked up on my home planet, which I still can't pronounce. Punjabi, or whatever it was called.
Pundari,
yeah. On Pandari. So after that, I went through basic space military training as like a ground force troop that that would be sent in before the scientist and the drill pretty much lands on the planets to secure the areas. And after approximately 2 or 3 years with that, I moved up to private security, so I would pretty much stay with defend the scientists and the drillers when they landed on the planet. So pretty much just a glorified security guard. But I have seen quite a bit of combat in the first couple of years because it's not every planet that takes it that nicely that we come and try to drill out the entire planet.
Yeah. A frontier of dicks.
Yes. And then also I also tell them the reason why I decided to leave, that after seeing so much bloodshed and so much hostile takeover, I wanted to try and see the world and explore the planets in a different way. So that's why I decided to leave.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to share. Like, if people don't want to open up, like as a character, that's cool.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that's fine.
I'm quite private as a character, but I let them know that I was born on Fedi.
Mhm.
That was my home planet, and that I was sold as a slave, and that I've been here, there, and everywhere as a slave, and I kind of keep everything else that happened to me as a slave kind of very down low and quiet.
Yeah.
But I explained that I managed to sneak off planet.
Okay.
And go out for myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. It is, so I'm assuming like on Fedi, like slavery is legal on Fedi, still.
Well, no, I was born on Fedi and kind of sold to the slavers.
Okay, so
I was sold to them by the people that found me after my parents had disappeared.
Okay, yeah.
So not necessarily legal on Fedi, but the planets
on some planets slavery is legal. So,
yeah. On the planets I was taken to, yes, it was.
Okay, yeah. So how did you get away?
I snuck away on a cargo ship.
Oh yeah, of course you said.
One day I ran away and snuck away on a cargo ship.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they realise I've gone or if they're looking for me, but
okay, yeah. All right.
My situation is not unlike yours, Raoul. I'm a psyker, born on Corus as it happens. Left due to dispute with the commanding officer. Yeah, that's about it, really, for me.
So, with the rest of you,
So-
when he says that he's a psychic, he's got MES, do any of you react to that, like, in any way? Like,
I would guess, since it's the frontier, there would be other psychics on the ship, or is it rare for people to be...
not really in the frontier, no. They don't
Okay,
really-
I would have
they're
no
not
idea
like
what
against
psychic
them.
is.
They're not against them, but they're just like, yeah, they're not.
Okay. So,
I've never met a psychic before, so I'm kind of sort of like, what's a psychic?
Yeah.
Or psyker?
I just kind of go closed and withdrawn. And just kind of shy
Okay.
away a little bit.
Okay.
I ask if he has any kind of he's been in any sort of combat, or how long he stayed with the frontier.
Not seen much combat, just mostly keeping the prison planet safe. Sometimes there was some daft person tried to break in, and we had to be a bit extreme, but such is.
Okay.
Yeah, because you dealt with like the psychic prisoners on the planet, didn't you? Yeah.
So, just can I ask a question? It's like with to Ghost or Govazel?
Yeah.
Regarding
Yeah.
him leaving his home planet, and obviously the fact that we're returning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask him that. Did he leave on good terms with his home planet, or are we going to encounter any kind of hard feelings when we land?
As it happens, I did leave on good terms, although we won't get any special treatment until I finish my off-world tour. At which point, they might give us a bit of assistance in pointing us where to go for bounties.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
That's handy to know.
I'll go. I'm from Fjorbjorg, if that's how you pronounce it.
Thorbjorg.
Thorbjorg.
Fjorbjorg.
Thorbjorg.
I lost my parents to the filthy Ozar, and I've been sort of doing what I've had needed to do to survive, doing odd jobs here and there. And when the frontier arrived at the planet, I decided now's about the time I should leave, if possible. And saw your advertising and headed straight off.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, as a question to you, Raoul,
Yeah.
when you're with the company, like, did you ever go to Thorbjorg because they started mining on there?
How long ago did they start mining?
Probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
I would
just
probably,
slowly, but they've just recently ramped it up. But that's where
I
somebody
would
managed to get it.
probably have been. I would probably been some of the ground forces they sent
Okay,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've encountered the Ozar as well, then. I don't
Yes.
think you were there when I rolled them. So basically, the Ozar on his planet are they're basically like rock golems.
I'll
Basically,
put it in here. Primitive intelligent
There you
creatures
go.
called Ozar, made of different minerals, not friendly, different sizes, and walk on all fours.
yeah, there you go.
So yeah, we would probably have ran into them,
Yeah.
and had our skirmishes with them.
I make it fairly well known they're part of the reason I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
They sound a bit like replicators from Stargate, really. Just a bit more liquidy.
Kind
No,
of.
they're rock. They're just,
Yeah, but they're rock golems, but like in dog form.
Rock golems in dog form.
But they're all made up of like different kinds of minerals and stuff like
So-
that.
So the frontier would pretty much kill them to take.
Yeah, that's why they were interested in the planet, because they found out this like alien race that was made up of like diamonds and shit that were on the planet, and they're like, oh, fuck yes.
Yes.
So yeah, there's money to be made.
Much money, much well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, have you guys got anything else you want to talk about on the?
I probably ask what sort of weaponry everyone has on them.
And I pull out my sniper rifle and lay it on the table.
How do you
or go
pull
to
it
the-
out? Like, how do you hide that?
Hey,
Like,
nobody said whether it's like a 50 cal with a big ass barrel on the end, or if it's one
It's
of
a
these.
sniper rifle.
it's a sniper rifle. Like,
Is it like a compact one that you
like,
put
it,
together
like,
quickly?
is it in a case or like what?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's in like a.
Well, so you'll always have this with you. So you're like in the mess hall with this case next to you. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
I'm just gonna eye him up like, really?
So you just like
Take
get
out a revolver and put it on the table.
you just
I
get this,
just
you
got
just get
this.
this case, whack it on the table, like open it up, and like you just turn it around and go, "Look, see." It's like all in bits. Like,
Just take revolver out, holster, and go. This is all I got.
Yeah, take out the sniper rifle out of a case that looks a little bit like the one out of John Wick.
okay.
The sniper guy in John Wick, something like that. You know, breaks down
Oh.
barrel, but you know. So yeah.
I describe I have a mag rifle and I have a submachine gun as my sidearm. and the mag rifle would be like it shoots.
It's a miniature railgun, basically.
Yeah, miniature railgun, pretty much. Yeah.
It's
I
fucking
put a
strong.
laser rifle on the table and go, I have this, and then I lift up my left arm and just sort of twitch it slightly, and a short sword that's basically a chain that then starts sort of revving up like a chainsaw comes out.
Does it kind of like
Why
flip?
you guys?
Does it kind of
why
like
you
flip
guys-
out? Like
You're packing heavy weapons. Yeah.
so, like I love how like everyone's like, oh, it's cool, like because you've obviously all walked with like duffel bags, and that's where your shit is. So none of you know like you've got these weapons, and suddenly like you're all just like, yep, got this, fucking this sniper rifle.
Why can't he just goes, we're on a ship and you're packing heavy weapons? Take the revolver off, put it back in its holster. I'm only carrying this because I'm used to it. Jesus.
Yeah, you just like, oh, well, this is shit. You just like chuck it. Like.
I just swear in my home language.
Brilliant.
I then retract the chainsaw blade back into my arm, sort of.
Oh, God.
At which point I'd kind of just put my case away and take it away with me. Which I am going to put in the armory and leave in the armory because obviously it's not needed on the ship
Yeah.
at the moment. And then I'm going to go to the cockpit again and see how close to the nearest station we are. For refuel.
Well, like, the thing is, you haven't landed in the system yet, so like it'll be like another couple of days after that like conversation.
Yeah.
Because like when you're in like drive space, like you can't really do anything. You can't like suddenly come out of drive. You can like stop it, but you have no idea where you are, and it can be really risky. So when you put in the coordinates, you never really know like if you're gonna get there. That's like
No, fair enough.
So you finally arrive in system. So like you come out of drive space, like the ship like shudders as you come out of drive space, and then like everyone's alerted and what have you. So
Does the ship have like a compad sort of system built
yeah.
into it?
You can like come around the ship like completely. Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Did you want to say something or just?
No. I'm
Okay.
just sort of making sure.
Okay, right.
I hope so because I called Raoul to the mess hall earlier.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you can just call through the ship. Yeah, the compads are just off ship, really. So, but you can call from the ship to a compad and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, you get into the system. None of you get any messages, because that's when you get them. You get them all then. But you do get one from Hector, because obviously it's been like nearly 2 weeks since you last saw him. He's like, "How's the ship holding up? Have a beer on me. Where's my money?" Like, he's obviously wanting his money at some point this month. So you've still got to the end of the month before he'll get really pissed. So you're fine for the 5k that you owe him. So yeah, you get into the system, and then it'll take. I'm assuming you're heading towards the space station where this guy was last seen. Yep. Okay, so you start heading there. It takes about 6-7 hours to get there. Do you guys plan anything beforehand?
I think I'll go to the mess hall and call everyone into the mess hall just to, obviously that's kind of where we can all sit down and have a chat.
Yep.
And kind of I ask them what their views are on the best way we can go after this guy. Primarily to Govizel, who's obviously been dealing with these kind of people on his home planet.
Yeah.
If there's anything that he can kind of input to an easy capture, bearing in mind that the bounty is a lot more if we can keep him alive.
Yeah. Also, as well, I forgot to mention, CCO, as you come in combat, you do get one message, and that's the picture from the bounty hunter board of the guy. And he's basically kind of like quite short hair, like skin head around the edges, blonde hair, and he's wearing like a kind of like it's like a really blurry camera picture. So it's not, you can't make out the whole thing of it, but he's wearing like a kind of a green like bomber jacket type thing, and that's like all you can see. Like he's got his like head to the side, so it's hard to make out, but that's the only picture you've got to go on.
Would that picture be date stamped so we know kind of know how recent it is?
Well, no, it's date stamped like a week ago on the station you're going to.
Oh, okay.
The space station. The space station is called the Basilisk space station. And also for everyone else, I recommend you make like lots of notes and stuff, like just for like names of shit, like just for reference.
What was that station we're going to?
The Basilisk station.
And the guy's name was.
He's known as Mr. 8.
So obviously, where I've said, like I said, I've called everyone in and I've shown them the picture and that. Would I be able to talk to Govazel and just kind of see if he's seen this guy before on planet?
Mhm.
Is this someone that he would have been there?
No, he's not seen anyone. No. The only person who might. No, actually, no. No one will be able to. No.
What's the name?
I was going to say.
ship from?
I was going to say you could make a culture criminal roll, but you've been like on your planet, and this is the first time off planet, so you wouldn't be able to make a culture criminal yet.
Okay.
So.
I was going to say. I want to make a note on the ship bit. Who sold us the ship?
Hector. It's just called Hector, and it was Hector's shipyard. So.
Yeah, and he was on 606.
Yeah.
I cannot spell Hector correctly, probably.
He was on the planet Smirty. Spell Smirti. I mean, I have my notes as well, but like, it's always good for you guys to make notes as well. It helps me as well because there's a lot of fucking information in this game.
It's on there, but I spelled Hector wrong.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. Like.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Right.
We don't have any. We don't have any like binders or restraints, do we?
You could find some. Like that's not.
No, that's Govazel saying that to Cecil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think there's some in the armory.
Well, baby, yeah, like Ghost, you being like a kind of prisoner guy, you probably have some like handcuff stuff, like with you.
I didn't have enough money to buy them.
They wouldn't let you cost much. You just have them with you. Like, I won't add any extra cost for them. You just have them because it makes sense that you would carry some with you.
Fair enough.
So yeah, back to obviously we're all in the mess hall. I'm asking Ghost or Govazel, what kind of things can we expect? You know, is there anything we need to from him that would help us get an easier capture?
What stories would I have heard of like of this kind of stuff then?
It varies. Like bounty hunter jobs completely vary. Like some are like uber dangerous men that would take like a whole squad of people to take down. This guy. So the bounty is being issued by the Frontier. It doesn't say why, but they want him, and they want him taken captive, and on the prison, so they can, because they're basically on the prison. Like if someone took them captive on there, they like go and if they wanted to interrogate them, they go to the prison and be like, right, we want to interrogate this guy. They're like, yeah, sure, give me the credits and you can go interrogate him, kind of deal.
So from the bounty, he's probably a bail skipper or some. He knows some information about something, that kind of thing.
It would be safe to assume that, yes.
Okay, I tell Cecil the worst case scenario and tell him the most likely situation is that he's some sort of bail skipper or a guy who knows information about a more serious crime.
Okay.
I tell him worst case scenario, if we kill him, as long as I can get near him quick enough, we can keep him alive.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't dismember him. Minimal dismemberment and I can keep him alive.
Alright then. Okay. So is that, do you want to do any more prep on it? Or are you just going to go look for him?
I guess at this point, I don't know. Do we all go looking for him? Is anyone staying on the ship?
Well, yeah, you're coming into the ship, and then they've got like the docking procedure. They hail you and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, please dock at dock 54 or something." And so the space station. It looks like it's kind of like a big long like tube like going up, and it's got like a big ring around it, and then you kind of like dock on the tube, and then you take like a lift up, and then like on the ring around it is like where all the stuff is and everything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably best we stick together, or be as surreptitious as possible.
Mm-hmm.
As I say this, looking at Syria, the person with the bloody chainsaw up their sleeve.
It's well hidden. None of you noticed it before.
No, still.
You just gotta give her a look, like, really?
Just, do we have to worry about what tech level is this planet?
You're not on a planet. You're on a space station.
Okay, what is it? Got a tech level with
Yeah,
it?
tech level. Oh, space station is tech level 4 by default.
Okay, so will we have to be concerned about our supposedly hidden weaponry? Bearing in mind we're not 100% sure that they're
Not on a space station. Most space stations are like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like
Okay.
they all have their own like security. Like if you cause trouble, he'll just shoot you. Most of them, this particular space station has a restriction on tech level 5 stuff, but you don't have to worry about that because none of you have any tech level 5 shit.
Okay.
I will note as well, I think, let me just double check. Bear with me a second. Yeah, so, Xanthos, there's a planet, there is one, like, habitable planet in this system, as well as this space system, is the planet Miguinet. And it is the only tech level 5 planet in this entire sector. Basically, because you can see it from this thing when you look out, because it's kind of like, it's not orbiting it, but it's like within a visual-ish range of it.
Yeah.
You can basically see like a grid all around the entire planet, like completely covering it, but it's like kind of slightly glowing and giving off its own light. It's like basically there's a force field around the entire planet. None of you know what goes on in the planet, and even if you rolled for it, you wouldn't know because they basically they keep to themselves, completely keep to themselves. But they are the most advanced like tech planet on the system by a long margin. So just to put out a bit of lore there for you.
Okay.
So trying to get onto the planet is like almost impossible. Just for that. Okay, so you get on the ship, you dock. There's probably about 3 or 4 other ships docked at the same time. They're just the miscellaneous ships. It doesn't matter at this stage. And then you dock, you open up, you walk on, and then so how are you planning to find this guy on the? Because the space stations, this space station could hold like up to like 50 ships at a time, and have like accommodation for like that many people. So it's a fairly big like place. It's got like shops and like a mini mall and kind of stuff like that. It's got all the repair shit and everything like that. So
Would it be feasible to go to like security and talk to the security team?
yeah, of course, yeah.
I don't know, give them a sob story, not necessarily that we're on a bounty,
Yep.
but that we're looking for a lost friend that's needed home or something like that, and we'll go to security and talk to them, see if they can help us locate him.
Yeah, okay.
I suggest we might want to split up in pairs of 2, and maybe while 2 go to security, maybe the other 2 should like try and go to the more shadier part of the station to see if we can maybe get any sort of information, maybe bribe ourselves away to maybe get an idea where he might be holding up.
Okay.
When you say the word bribe, I look at my pockets and sort of sigh.
Yeah, same here. I'm technically at minus 10 credits here.
But it's Jericho, aren't you? You're like, you owe me money already, dude. Okay. So are you splitting off into 2 then? Into 2 groups?
Yeah.
I'm definitely heading towards security anyway.
Okay.
If anyone wants to come with me, they're more than welcome. Or they
I'll head to security with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the 2 poor people are going to security.
Okay.
It's more convincing that way, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. So then where are you, Raoul and Govzel heading off?
I would guess we would head towards like. You said there was like a mall anyway. Is there any like bars or like shady
there's
bars?
bars. Yeah. Before you go, Siri, if you wanted to make like a culture criminal roll to see where would be like the best kind of spots that you think like criminals would go like on this station. Like you look at the map of it and you're like they'd probably go here and stuff.
Okay.
Or something.
Obviously, no one can help me out on this.
No. You're the only criminal.
There we go.
Yep. So yeah, you find like there's like a shady like Irish bar. That you kind of look at the different places like skipping through them. You're like, yeah. If they were going to be anywhere, they're going to be there. So it's kind of like down a back alley, like a really shitty neon like light going off, and like a really door that doesn't look like a bar kind of thing. So like he points you in that direction before you go.
I guess I'm at least gonna head that direction.
Okay. Govzell, are you going with him?
No, I
yeah,
did
I'll
send you
follow
a
on.
private message on.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just do a private roll for that or whatever.
yeah, don't worry. I got it.
Cool.
Yeah, follow on. Just keep an eye out, looking for anyone who matches the blurry picture.
Yeah, so you got it like on your compad, like as you're walking around, like yeah.
Yeah.
There's quite a few people around because people do live on like on the actual thing itself, like all the workers, the people who run the bars, the hotels, that kind of thing. When you're walking through it, it looks kind of weird. So like when you walk into like the main area where like all the hotels and bars and things are, it's kind of like, so it's obviously like a circular dome, but like you're like a flat part of the circular sphere dome that goes all the way around. But it just looks like kind of like normal like 20th century houses and like hotels and stuff. It looks really odd, like they're just kind of like being put there. So you're walking through, but there's it is tech level 4 and everything. They're just kind of like doing like the rustic look of tech level 3, like of what they've done for everything. So you're walking through there. So which guys do you want to go first, or do you want to kind of flip between the two of you as you go?
I guess.
Start with the guy that goes to the security.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so me and Siri have gone to security, I guess.
Okay. So yeah, there's like a security guys, and there's like there's like security in big letters above it, and then there's like a few guards outside and what have you, and then there's a couple, you see like at the window there's a couple of guys like playing cards, like through like the window.
I start sort of. I want to look at the security, see how well the security is for this bit, because I have security as one of my things. Sort of.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Sort of inspect the security myself.
Yeah.
Possible.
Go for it. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
That'd be intel as well.
Yes. Yeah. No. Sorry. It'd be wisdom. Sorry.
Wisdom.
Well,
Okay.
wisdom's for like observation. Intelligence is for remembering shit.
Can you help with this at all, or not at all?
I don't think anyone else has security. I don't think.
I think I do, but I
You're
am
not
You're not there.
anywhere near
I
there.
don't have security unless I can use my culture spacer. Culture spacer. But
No,
otherwise,
you could do a flat perception roll if you have perception to help.
It's a -1, so no.
Okay.
Okay, then.
No.
The closest I've got is nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta help.
Dude, sorry.
It's fine.
All right, let's see what we can do then. 8.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, they're kind of like they've got fairly decent body armor on. But they're all the two guys stood outside. They've got energy rifles. So they're quite heavily armed. But they kind of need to be because they have no idea what's going to come onto their ship. Like they're usually, they're just stood next to each other chatting. They're not like stood up like to attention like 24/7. They're just like chilled. They're pretty relaxed. And then obviously like in the room behind them, there's like another couple of guys just playing cards on the table.
Of course, I'll let you know sort of all this that I've observed, that they're seem quite more relaxed than sort of on guard.
Yeah, they're relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to ask me any other questions as well, just ask me if I haven't explained anything. So you can ask me other questions if you want. If you got a
just
clue.
out of curiosity, would we have seen? Would Siri have seen any kind of active CCTV cameras?
Oh yeah, there's cameras all over the place. Yeah.
That are, really, really obvious. Would he, with his role, would he have maybe know whether there would be hidden cameras that maybe?
You wouldn't have seen any hidden ones, but you can see the obvious ones.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have known that at the beginning until they saw me on the ship. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But now my head I've still got sort of my hair covered, but not so much. Right. So we'll go up to
I'm gonna
security then.
Yeah, I'm going to let you take the lead on this one, as you've obviously got the security talent and you know more about the security things than I do. So yeah, you're going to take lead.
Is there like an office area?
Yeah. This is like the office. Like you can lock on the window, and the like, guys are playing on card will turn around and like open the hatch.
Yeah,
and,
so
like,
try and get their attention, sort of in the most sort of civil way.
yeah. So you just knock on the window, and they'll just the guy will like stop playing cards and like huff and like turn around, be like, "Great, got to deal with something now." They obviously when he does that, you obviously realize he doesn't.
Really?
There's not much action that happens on this thing at all. So he turns around and opens the thing and goes, "Yeah, what do you want?"
I was just sort of admiring your security here. You seem to be fairly well armed for this sort of station.
He's like, yes, thank you. What
Yeah.
do you want?
I was wondering if you help us. We're sort of trying to look for our lost friend.
Okay. Have you got a name for this lost friend?
Yes, we have. Where is that name? Ah, crap.
Getting arrested in 5.
I had the picture to them to begin with, and I cannot find the name because I'm that guy who wrote down nothing.
I'm not telling you.
Oh.
So you ask her, so yeah, what's the name? And then you hand him the data pad. He's like, yeah, I need a name.
I looked at my companion with me because I was doing something else at that moment, so unfortunately, being stupid. Yeah.
The 8,
the
I
name.
think he was called.
What? Sorry,
8.
Mr. 8. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you say Mr. 8. He's like, Mr. 8. That's a weird name. You sure he's a friend? And looks at you, Siri.
That's what he's always known as. That's what he's always asked us to call him. So it's all I've had to go on.
Okay, he says like, I'll just run that name through the thanks scanner because like every time you land at like a space station, you gotta like register your name and your ship name and stuff like that. So if he's on the thing, he should appear in the system. So he turns around and goes like beep boop 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 on the panel, and then he comes back and he goes, I can't. He's not. There's no one here registered by the name of Mr. 8. Let me run his this shitty picture through the system and see if that picks up anything. So he kind of plugs your data pad like into the thing, and then goes on the beep boop boop, and he says, and then he just kind of looks at you and just goes, "Come back in 10 minutes," and then just shuts the door on you. And then as we do that, we'll cut to Raoul and Govzel.
Right.
So you guys are heading to the Shady Bar.
Yeah.
So you walk down the main alley, and then you kind of like skirt off into an alley. And then like this, like it looks like kind of like, imagine like if you go in like a shady, really really shady bar in like New York City. It looks like that, but you're on a space station, so it's really weird. Like,
Okay.
it's really weird. Like they're trying to do like the whole like rustic feel. Like it's odd.
Okay.
As we're going, do we see more and more like quote unquote people trying to look tough, standing around trying to look threatening and
No, because the alley's not that long. It's just like a little one, and then you kind of like turn to the right, and then there's the door with the Irish bar, like neon sign that's like it's doing that whole thing where it's kind of like it's two neon sign pictures like flash between each other, and it's just like a woman like drinking or something.
okay.
There's no doorman outside or anything. It's just.
No, there is a door.
There is.
So
Okay.
you walk up. There's this guy like he looks like a new age punk guy. Like if you were to like look at his clothing and everything, so he's got this like little blonde goatee. He's got this like pink hair like up in a knot with like shaved the rest of his head, and then he's just kind of like leant against the wall like a tank top type thing. Yeah, he looks really stupid. And then he like as you're walking up, he kind of like pulls this like weird like it's like a ball with like a pipe on the end of it, like a ball with like. Looks like a syringe type thing, but it's like a big bulbous thing, and he just kind of puts it in his mouth and just inhales. The thing he's holding glows pink, and like this pink like stuff comes into his mouth, and kind of like his cheeks, and like you can see it go down his throat, like lights up pink, and like a part of his chest, it all like lights up pink, and he just goes, and then he like, kind of puts it away and like holds it in, like you can see his like chest is like glowing pink. And then he kind of like he's got his eyes closed, and then he opens his eyes, and you guys are walking up. He goes, and this like pink mist like comes out, and then kind of like it sparkles, and then like disappears. And then you guys walk up, and he goes, "Sup?
What's up?
Hey, we are looking to get something to drink. Could we maybe? Can we enter here? What kind of drinks do you offer?
What the fuck you want, man? Go in. I don't give a shit."
Sure.
As you walk past him, you realise he's not the bouncer.
I kind of staggered because I was intending to just walk past him and ignore him.
So he just looks at you as you walk past, like, what the fuck, this guy? Jesus. And he goes back to smoking his pink shit.
Okay.
So what do we see as we enter the bar?
All right.
Okay, yeah.
So as soon as you enter the bar, everything goes quiet. You can hear the noise like outside as you're walking up to it. You open the door, and then like it kind of goes a bit quiet, and like everyone looks at you.
Ignore them. Walk up to bar.
Yeah. So, but like it's only happened for like a second. They obviously do this to everybody who walks in. You can tell as you walk in, they're trying to look harder than they actually are. They're trying to make it look rougher than it actually is. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you walk in and you look around, and then like after a few seconds, they all go back to the drinks, and then it's all like rowdy again, and then that's fine. So then you walk up to the bar.
What drinks do they have on?
There's a lot of different types of beer, big buck beer. A lot of different, like there's most of the taps of that, and then they've got some weird like fluorescent like shots of things that people are giving out and stuff. So yeah, what would you like? So yeah, the bartender comes up to you and does like he does like the thing where he kind of rubs the bar with the like the mat, and then goes, "Well, what can I get you?"
I would like a draft beer. What about you?
Milk.
You only say milk. He's like, "We don't serve milk here." Do you see any cows?
I just kind of look at the room. Just look around the room.
Okay.
Possibly.
Well, so he says that you just ignore him.
No. I look around the room as if I'm looking for a cow.
Oh, okay. So,
I'm doing it as sarcastically as possible.
he's just waiting, like.
Apparently not. What else you got?
He just gestures to the rest of the bar and like the stuff behind them.
Cheap and strong.
Cheap and strong, I can do. Milk, no. Okay, so he wanders off, gets you a big buck beer of some kind, puts it in front of you, and then something strong. So he kind of like he looks at you again, like
Strong and cheap.
he like reaches for like the middle shelf, and then he kind of looks at you and then goes to the bottom shelf, and then pours this like brown liquid that's slightly glowing into a thing, and then hands it to you.
Is it a shot or a tall glass?
No, it's like a whiskey glass, like with like a couple of fingers.
Okay, then
So then he walks off to serve someone else. So then
yeah, then I guess I would turn around away from the bar and then like try and see who else is sitting inside the room. Like if there's anyone that stands out in particular, or if there's anyone that looks like the picture we have with us.
okay, so
Just like casually scanning the room.
okay, so you got like a table of like old geezers with like big beards, like some playing some more cards, just like drinking and being a bit rowdy. There's like a couple in the corner. Again, they're dressed like the guy outside, like old new age punk shit. And they've got the same bulbous things, but they're on the table. They're not smoking them inside. They're obviously not allowed. That's why he was outside. And then just sat in the corner, just like chatting to each other. They've got like their arm around each other, obviously like a couple. And then there's just a few other miscellaneous people in there as well, but you don't see the guy on your picture in here.
Then I guess I turn around and ask my companion if we should maybe go talk to some of the people in the bar if they know anything.
Oh, because you're sat at the bar, aren't you? Not like at a table.
We are standing at the bar.
Yeah, standing at the bar. So yeah, there is like another couple of people like on the bar. There's another guy, and then there's two other guys like talking to each other on the end of the bar as well. But there's one guy sat alone drinking as well.
Take a swig of my drink and go.
Okay,
I'll ask
you
the barman
take
next
you
time
take a
it's
swig of your
over.
drink. Make a physical effect save.
That's a physical save. Okay.
Okay, you're fine. You like cough a bit, and you're like, holy fuck! You weren't expecting that, but it's really strong. So yeah, you're okay.
Is it at least nice?
It basically tastes like it's just a even stronger whiskey. Like
Okay.
kind of like if you were drinking like a 60% whiskey kind of thing.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'll have a look at those in a sec, Cecil. Cool. So yeah, you take that. You just neck the whole thing?
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So yeah, you start coughing. You do start coughing and spluttering afterwards. Like.
Swig it. Oh god, strong.
The bartender like looks at you and smiles like from the other side of the bar.
I'll gesture him to come back over.
Oh, okay. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, not bad. You ever heard of someone named Mr. 8? So I say it quietly, not loud enough for people to hear.
Yeah. It says Mr. 8. Oh, I can't say I've heard that name.
I guess while he's doing that, I walk towards the old man sitting in the corner playing their game.
Okay.
And then I ask them, what are you playing? And is there room for one more?
And guys, if you've got the credits.
Sure I do.
Alright. So you sit down.
Yeah.
Have you got your mag rifle with you as well?
My mag rifle would be on my back, yes.
Yeah, it's on your back, okay. So then one of the guys closest to you just kind of like looks at your mag and goes, Nice. Mag rifle, yes?
Indeed it is.
Nice.
Indeed it is.
Fire one of those ones. Fuck all recoil, it's weird.
It's one of the best weapons I ever used, so I'm gonna stick with this. It's clearly one of the best weapons that you can afford. That I can afford.
Yeah, and then he kind of goes, well, I stick to Old Trusty, and pulls out like a revolver that's like really like kind of shiny and like gold. And like, he's like, I stick to Old Trusty here. But then he kind of puts it away.
See, that's a nice gun as well.
So yeah, then you're just gonna play some cards with them and stuff, and like.
At least for like a couple of hands, yes.
Yeah. Okay. What are you doing? Are you like you trying to win or like?
No, I'm just casually talking to them, like trying to show them that I'm not like a threat, at least. Yeah.
Okay. So, Govzel, what are you doing while Raul's playing some cards? You just still sat in the bar.
I just say, seen anyone like this?
To the bartender, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do that, roll me a perception check. Even if you don't have the skill, roll it.
What do I use for that?
It's just called perception, or yeah. There should be a perception.
What attribute, I mean?
Oh, wisdom.
Oh dear.
It's gonna be like a -2 or something, isn't it?
Oh.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I see nothing.
Doesn't matter, carry on. You notice nothing. So yeah, you slide it to the guy, and the guy picks it up and looks at it and goes, actually, I did see someone who looked like that a few days ago, but yeah, couldn't tell you who he is, where he is now. Don't care enough. And then kind of puts it back on the table, and then walks back to the other side of the bar.
I sit and turn around and just look at the room.
Okay.
Chill.
I guess at this point I would ask the guys, ask the people I'm playing with, if they have heard about anyone called Mr. A.
Okay. Well, as soon as you say that, one of the other guys goes, Mr. 8. Yeah, I know that guy. Shifty type. You know? Shifty type. He's been in here a lot.
Okay, when was the last time you seen him? Because me and my friends are looking for him.
And why are you looking for him?
Well, one of our friends is looking for him for a personal reason. So we are kind of just here to help him trying to find him.
You mean you mean a personal reason that you need a mag gun for?
No, that just comes from my... What?
And he smiles at you, just goes, I'm just fucking with you, don't worry, dude. Yeah, I've seen him around. He was in here yesterday, I think. So he's probably still about.
Okay, did you see what direction he was going when he left?
He just gestures to the door.
The door. Okay. I guess at this point...
This is obviously a group of people that spend a lot of their time in here.
I guess at this point I would bid my farewells to the table.
Yeah.
and walk up to my partner and tell him what I heard.
Okay.
And that would be like, I just talked to the guys in the corner, and they said that they have indeed seen him here. You said last night, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that he's been here last night, so he's definitely still about here, still around here.
Okay.
Oh, well, the barman's lying then.
Should we contact the two others? Or should we try and wait this out a little bit more?
I just take out the compad and send them a text.
Mhm.
I guess it is. So what are we gonna do about this barkeep? If you say he's clearly lying, we...
Not sure, up to you.
I guess I try to call the barkeeper again.
Okay. He's like, what drinks?
Can I get another draft, please?
Okay, yeah. So he pulls you another one.
Then I casually pull out like 30 credits and look at him, like slide them to him and ask him, "Are you sure you haven't seen someone called Mr. 8?"
Make a perception check.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. And that was intellect, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, wisdom. Sorry.
Oh, cancel.
Okay. As you say that again, the guy sat by himself next to you looks over, and then quickly finishes his drink and starts to walk out.
I poke my partner and then point at the guy that's about to leave.
Okay.
I nod and follow quietly, I guess.
Okay. So you just kind of like nod at the bartender and be like, and then walk off. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You keep the 30 credits, or?
I leave them as we are kind of in a hurry right now.
Okay. Yeah. So that pays for the drinks as well. So that's fine.
Okay.
That more than pays for the drinks. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you walk after this guy. Are you trying to do it like obviously or stealthily?
I'm gonna go for stealth.
All right. Okay. So before you do that, we'll skip back to Cecile and Siri. So finally, the door opens back up, and he goes gestures back over to you, like sat on some seats, like waiting. Then he comes back over, he hands you back your compad. He goes, "Yeah, we've seen him around. He's not registered as Mr. 8. He's registered as a guy called where's the name? Fuck. He's registered under the name Derek Lazenby. He's been here a while. I don't know what his business here or anything is, but because he obviously like assumes that Mr. 8 is his nickname because you obviously told him you were looking for him. So, so he's like Derek Lazenby, then what have you, and then hands you back the compad and goes, like, he was last seen. He's been seen around. He was last seen, and he likes to go to a bar. There's an Irish bar. And he gives you the directions, but it's you, Siri, obviously notice it straight away as the bar that you told the other guys to. And then as you do that, you get a beep boop, and then you get the little text on your phone saying, like, we might have found him from Goverzel.
Cool.
So what do you guys do?
So-
Do you start heading over there, I'm assuming?
Yeah. So at which point I'd have called Siri and turned around and said, kind of pointed at the phone. 'Cause I'm assuming he's getting his data pad back. So I'm pointing at the phone and pointing in the direction of the pub.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like a ways away. It's a good like 5
Yeah.
to 10 minute walk, like from where you are right now. But
Yeah. So we start heading in that direction, trying to keep an eye out for anyone that looks like the description,
Okay.
or obviously Goverzel and Roll that are out there.
yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So you start walking there. So we side white back to Raoul and Goverzel. So you guys, you said you wanted to kind of like follow him stealthily.
yeah.
So the guy's obviously on a lookout because obviously he heard you potentially say his name if that's maybe the guy. He's obviously shifty, so he's looking over. You can tell he's looking over his shoulder as he's walking out. So do you
A stealth roll.
Do you wait until he's out the door before you follow him, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So he goes out the door, and then you come out the door shortly after him, and then you see a man walking down, and then like kind of veer off to the right into like the crowd. So you want to run a roll like a stealth to try and follow him like through the crowd?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we both gonna roll our stuff?
Well, does either of you have stealth?
I do.
You do.
I
have
don't.
It? You don't.
No.
Okay. Well, what do you want? Do you want to like split up? Or, like one goes under the way, one tries to stealth, like or something?
I guess we would probably send. I keep forgetting the name. Yeah, we'd probably send my partner after him in stealth, and I would try and see if I could maybe get around, like try and cut him off from the front and somehow like go through another alley and see if I can actually get ahead in the same direction he's coming from, or he's going.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. You can both pick him out, like what he looks like. But the one thing to note as well, the guy you're following does not look like the picture.
Okay. Could I make a tactics roll to kind of point out the best route for us to take, and then make a stealth roll for me to slip off and follow him?
Definitely, yes. Right. Do you have tactics as well?
Yes.
You could roll to help if you wanted.
Sure.
What attribute?
For tactics, wisdom.
So I'm going to be rolling first to help him, right?
Yeah. So if you get 7 or more, he gets a +1. Yeah.
It's probably better if I roll to help first.
Okay, so you're rolling to help Raoul. Okay. Yep, you help, so you get a +1 to your roll. It's just a street. There's quite a few people walking up and down. There's no like tactical thing you can really do. Just walk in the middle of the crowd, really. Like just walk down the street. That's all you kind of like see, really. That's all there is.
Right.
There's nothing like major, because the way I'd like tactics rolls and stuff, like if you did succeed that, I'd say like, oh, there's a balcony up there, but I'm just because it's like there isn't like with the rolls, so there just isn't anything.
Okay. Should I make the stealth roll now? Is that Dex?
Yes, Dex. Nice. Okay, so yeah, you will kind of like walk off and like disappear into the crowd as Raoul's like walking just normally in the crowd. So what do you do when you stealth? Are you kind of like
watching the way the guy looks around and moving behind people as he does. Mm-hmm. If he does turn around and sort of stop to look at me, he'll see me just kind of looking at a stall very attentively, not paying any attention to him, sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because you obviously with that kind of stealth roll, you can follow pretty close to him and follow him wherever he's going. So yeah, you follow him. At this point, Raoul, I need you to make a perception check. So basically to see if you can follow this guy like from a distance and not lose track of him. Because obviously you can't see Goverzel because he's like being really fucking stealthy. You're like, where the fuck is he gone?
Perception was wisdom, right?
Yes.
No.
No. After about 5 minutes of following, you just lose where the fuck you are. You're kind of a bit lost. And you just kind of stood in the middle of the street like, fuck, I've lost him.
Okay.
Okay, so
This is
we
what comp pads are for.
yeah. Obviously, you can calm each other and stuff, but like, just that's what happens like in the situation.
I guess at this point, if I lost my target, I would probably calm the 2 other people and tell them what direction we are going in.
Okay.
And we definitely found someone that's acting very suspicious.
Yeah. Okay. So we side by back to Cecil and Siri, and they're just walking near the alley, like they're about to go down the alley to go to the pub where the guy told them to, where you guys said you were, and you get a beep and it says like, oh, we're heading this way now, and you've got like a directions of the direction you're heading. So you're like, okay, yeah, let's move that way, and then you carry on walking through the crowd that way. You're about 5 minutes behind them, so you can't like make a perception check to see them yet. So, But do you give your like exact location roll, and do you kind of like tell them? Do you wait for them or not, or do you just?
I would probably still head in the same direction as he was heading.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
no.
Okay. So then you guys keep walking and everything. So then we cut to Gavizel, who's like being really fucking stealthy, like picking up magazines, like looking at them, and like kind of doing stealthy things. So you're following this guy, and then he walks into one of these hotels, like a revolving door. You obviously follow him in, and as I follow him in, I'm going to.
As I'm going through the door, I'm just going to text everyone else where I am.
Okay. So as you're doing that, okay, that's fine. He doesn't notice you. He still doesn't notice you, so he kind of like he walks into it and kind of like he gets that feeling like someone's watching him, and then he kind of looks around, but then you've like hidden behind something or like you've what have you, and then so you calm the rest of them. You tell them that they're at this hotel. Do you follow him in, or do you wait for him outside?
Follow him in.
Okay, you follow him in. So yeah, he goes to the desk, gets like a key off the guy, and then like kind of like runs up the stairs hastily. So you're following up the stairs, yes?
Yeah, if he looks back before he heads up the stairs, I'll make it look like I've gone up to the counter to ask for a key.
Yeah. Because basically, if you both roll, because he rolled a 9 on his perception, if he rolls more than you, then obviously he sees you. But if you both roll the same, it goes to player characters.
Okay.
For general rolls, just for everyone knows.
Yeah, I'll follow him up the stairs.
Yeah, so you follow him upstairs. Yeah, so yeah, you follow him upstairs, and he gets to like a corridor of door, like about 5 or 6 doors, and then he kind of like goes in, puts the key, and then goes in one. It's like a car key thing, so he like boop, and then like opens the door, and then goes in and then shuts it.
Alright, just message everyone, update them where I am, and then wait.
Okay, and then you wait for everyone. Okay. So everyone turns up. As you walk in and you go to walk, so you walk in the hotel, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Are you guys wanting to do anything else before you walk in?
Well, I'll try and see if there's any other exits other than this main entrance.
You can't really tell because there'll be like a restaurant at the back, so you'd have to go into the restaurant and have like look through the kitchens at the back.
Alright.
So this is just like the foyer. So there's one way in and out of the foyer anyway, at least. So then there's like a door to like the dining room, and then there's like a staff only door.
Then I'd look to see if there's any sort of security cameras around.
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few around in the room. Yeah.
I take note, sort of trying to note where they are roughly, and head upstairs towards where we're told to go.
Okay, so as all three of you head upstairs, the concierge guy goes, "Oi! Where the hell do you think you're going?"
I guess at that point I would go down to him and kind of break off from the others.
Yeah.
And just say to him, "Oh, we're going to go and meet a friend." Would I be able to ask him maybe what room he's staying in?
It depends. So what are you asking him first? Because he'll have to make various rolls depending on how you.
Just say kind of like we're looking for a friend. We believe he's staying here.
He kind of looks and he goes, "Okay, what's your friend's name? Have you guys started walking up the stairs yet?"
No. As soon as they said stop, I stopped.
You stopped. So you're like at the bottom of the stairs, like waiting.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. So he's like, "Well, what friend are you looking for?"
Oh damn! I knew I should have written that down.
Oh god.
I see him rather concernedly looking around, and walk back over to the desk.
Yeah.
And say, because I sort of heard bits of the conversation, I go, Derek Lazenby.
He goes. He looks at you. He's like, And then yeah. So he goes back and goes. He may be staying here, yes, but what business is it of yours? And this is where you make a persuade check, or someone makes a persuade check.
Anyone got any decent skills in persuade?
I don't have
I'm
it,
gonna have
so
to roll anyway. Yeah, I'll roll.
Persuade is charisma as well. So.
Oh, okay. Let's roll it. See what happens.
You can re-roll that if you want, because you're obviously an expert.
Yes, I will use that to. I will use my reroll on that
Okay.
and pray.
Natural 1.
Don't even go there, guys. That is right, isn't it? Lower the better. Do I get an assisted on my reroll?
No.
I can't remember.
No.
Okay, there
Nice,
we
there
go.
you go. It's just a flat
Nice.
reroll. So you can do that once every hour, so you won't be able to do it for another like half an hour or so, I think. Let's keep a note of the time that we're playing, so yeah. So yeah, he goes, all right then, I'll trust you. And he goes, he's up in room 5. Go ahead, and then he just gestures for you to go.
Okay. So obviously we go upstairs and head towards room 5.
So obviously at the top of the stairs you meet Govzel.
Yep.
Do you guys have like a conflag before you go in, or?
I would ask him quickly. Did he see what room he went into?
Well, of course he has told you it's room 5, and that's the room that
he
Govzel.
saw someone else go in, didn't he?
He followed someone that wasn't looking like him.
Yeah.
Is what we got told, wasn't it? So
Correct.
We got told. So I asked him what room the guy he's following went into.
Room 5.
Room
Room 5.
Just room 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the guy we are definitely looking for.
And we then inform him that Mr. 8's real name is Derek Lazenby.
Or the real name he's using, which is Derek
Yeah.
Lade.
Yeah.
Okay, well, before we go in, we should probably tactics, I guess.
So you want to make a tactics roll? Yeah, sure, go for it.
I have tactics, I think, somewhere. Yeah, I have a 0 in tactics.
I'm assuming
so,
one of you could help with the tactics as well, like
I have 1 in tactics.
So I will roll to help.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll also roll to help.
You can only one person can help at a time.
Oh,
like,
do you want to, or
Oh.
should I?
Who's
Well,
got
I've
the highest
got really low wisdom, so it's probably best I don't help.
Okay. I've got 1 in wisdom, so I will help then.
There you go. That's good.
I really helped.
Yep. You
God.
help. Yep. Cool.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's wisdom and +1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could we swap the roll?
No, I'm afraid you can't. You can't. That's the rules. So Siri like walked up to Raoul and was just like, right. So there's a camera there. There's a camera there. And Raoul's like, all you see, Raoul, is just a door. Like, she points out the cameras, and then you kind of like, okay, yeah. And then you walk, and then you go and do what you can.
It's not possible because I haven't rolled for tactics. I could go, wait a minute, shouldn't we instead do X?
No, it's more like you can do whatever you want. Like if you want to plan to do something a certain way, it's just there isn't any more information to tell you.
Right.
So basically with the tactics roll, so if you roll really well, I'd tell you like, oh yeah, you could go down this door, open this window, go around and like across and like go through a window or something.
Okay.
But in this universe, that's not there because you rolled like shit.
Okay.
You get what I mean? So it's not necessarily rolling for how good you can look at things. It's rolling for what's there and what's accessible to you.
So, would I be able to turn to Siri and ask her if the cameras that we can see
Mhm.
would be linked to main security or if they're in house?
Did roll on security, didn't I?
You would know this. They're like the security would have access to them. They won't be like looking at them all the time. And from what you would when you saw them, they're pretty chill about it. So they wouldn't be monitoring them all the time. They're kind of like there that they'd look at them afterwards if something happened.
Oh, okay, cool.
But also on that fact, you don't know who in the hotel is watching as well.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I'm just thinking maybe one of the two of us that haven't been seen by this Mr. 8 that we're after
Mhm.
would be better off maybe going to the door and just knocking and calling maid service or something, bearing in mind it's a hotel, just to
Okay.
see if we
I
can
was
get him to
gonna-
open the door.
Okay. Yeah.
Should we ask reception if there's maid service here?
I'm assuming it's a hotel. I would assume there would be. Most hotels have a maid service of some kind or room service.
It's not the best looking hotel.
I mean, yeah, by all means, if you want to go and double check before we go
I'll
ahead.
Go down and check. What was before I go? What was that guy's name again?
Derek Lazenby.
Derek Lazenby.
I have no idea how it's spelled, and I've just wrote it as it sounds.
Yeah,
It doesn't really matter how it's spelled. Like,
can't really put Bob
Right.
in there.
I'm gonna go to the front desk and say, "Do you do room service here?"
No worries, man.
And the guy looks at you because obviously you're the guy who's just walked up there.
Yep.
He's like, yes,
Good.
somewhat.
Garrick Lazenby's asking.
He's like, okay, what can I get for you? He looks like a little bit confused.
He's saying that just a nice food platter. We've got quite a few people up there, so we're having a bit of a get together party. You know how it is.
Okay. Can I add that to the bill?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. All right then. So he kind of like he wanders off to the. He goes, right. Well, we'll send it up shortly, sir.
I can wait here and take it up.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
So you want to wait there and take it up? Okay.
Yeah.
He looks at you like, we have people to do this. They can bring it up for you. It's no trouble.
Shh. It's a surprise.
Roll a persuade check. Roll a persuade check.
I'm guessing at this point we're stood at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, you're back up the stairs. Yeah, you're
what's going on?
He's just down there by himself. Like,
Going like,
yeah, nice.
he's
Okay.
taking a bit of a time to find out about room service.
So he's like, yeah, okay then, sure, yeah, great.
And
all right.
my
And then-
standard of bluffing continues.
Okay, so then yeah, so he goes off. He tells the kitchen. He says, "Oh, you'll be here in about 5 minutes, sir." And so you just wait for it. Does everyone just sit there? Because you don't know what he's doing down there. He's gone he's been gone 5 minutes. You don't know what the hell's going
I'm
on.
just going to text them. I've got a food platter. Going to be up in 5 minutes.
I'll try and sort of. I want to stealth past the door, so I'm on the opposite side to where everyone else is.
Yeah,
So, if that's all right.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just walk there. Like you don't have
Just
to
walk
start.
there,
It's
right?
just a corridor with like it's like the
just in case
no,
that-
no,
if I
the
didn't
stairs are like blocky stairs that go up. They're not like very big. And then you walk out. You go in through another door. And then there's like 5 or 6 doors on this floor. There's only about 6 other places on this floor, and then you have to go up another one and so on.
Yeah, I just want to get to the other side of number 5. So, in case they decide to run, they're going to have to come through me. If they
Yeah,
come
so
out.
doors wise, there's one door, then number 5, and then there's then there's one on the back wall, and then there's 3 more on your right side.
Right. Okay. Can we get a diagram sort of this? If
Yeah,
that's possible?
sorry, yeah. I'll just draw it out for you. Yeah. Boop. So if I go, yeep. You see my amazing like drawing skills now. So boop. That's stairs. Yep. Then the door here, the corridor. And it goes down. So if I just get another color. Boop. So that's number 5. Then there's another door there, another door here, and then there's 3 more along here, like that.
Right.
What
So,
the fuck have you drawn?
Is it really-
so-
Use your imagination, bro.
so my guess is I'm in. How do we do this pointer thing?
You press and hold click.
There. So I'm going to be standing sort of on this side.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
And I'm guessing everyone else is probably still back down the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm somewhere over there.
Yeah,
Where'd you get that from?
you can drag your character like sheet onto the thing, and you can put your character if you wish. This is not to scale at all, so
How did you say it? How could I drag it down?
I'll
Like
go
a-
to bio in information, click on your picture, and drag.
There we go.
So,
Thank you.
when I have 2, so I'm gonna get rid of that one.
so we're all kind of
Stop drawing
this
shit.
side of the door, basically.
Sorry.
No, number 5 is here, isn't it?
Jesus.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah, that's
kind of
number 5.
this
Yeah, that's
side.
number 5. Yeah. So yeah.
So we're this side of the door at the moment.
So you're just like kind of like what you stood outside it like with your guns out, like
No,
military, like-
I'm at the top of the stairs, aren't I? Looking down to try.
Yeah.
Kind of curious as to what's taking so long for him
Mhm.
to just find out if there's room service. So the other 2 are either side of the door waiting
Yeah.
to, by the looks of things, jump him.
Yep. Okay. So
Right, so
so you just kind of stood like all military like in the corridor, like.
we're sort of like that.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
sort
So
of like-
after about 3 or 4 minutes of you guys kind of stood there waiting,
he sent us a message, didn't he?
yeah, he sent you a message like he's coming back up, but this door opens, and this like old woman like pokes her head out, And then she's got like bags, and she looks like she's ready to walk out. She kind of walks out and then looks at you.
I did send them saying surprise. I told them it's a surprise party.
Okay, and then she just kind of like backs up slowly, puts her bags down, and shuts the door again.
Well, seeing as look who's across from him.
Yeah, there's also obviously Raoul like stood there with his mag rifle, like just like
Who said I pulled my rifle?
it's on your back. Like if you're
yeah,
leaning up
but-
against the wall, like she's an old lady. Like you look pretty menacing. You've got your like half mask on as well. Like
I'm very scary. And I'm named Raoul.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
5 minutes later.
Okay.
All right, so eventually the big platter comes to you, Cecile.
I come up the stairs, hand it to Cecile, and go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
There you go. Pretend your room service.
So yeah, it's this big platter of like loads of food, and like there's like a you got like a punch bowl with like cling film over it, like with like a punch thing and like a few like paper cups and stuff.
So Cecile comes walking up to the door.
I said it's not very good. It's not a very good like restaurant.
At this point, I go, hold on. I think they may answer the door to me.
Yeah, but trouble is you've already gone past, haven't you?
Yeah, well,
So,
I can knock on the door at this point.
what you're going to do, take your headscarf off so they can see that you're female?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I'll pass the food platter off
Okay.
and come and stand the other side.
Mhm.
Okay. I knock on the door and go, and in the most sort of overly feminine way, room service.
Okay. You hear this voice on the other. You hear like footsteps on the other side, and then they kind of like walk up to the door and then they stop.
I give it a couple of. I give it about 30 seconds, and I knock again, say room service. Again, in the same sort of effeminate voice.
Yeah. And then you just hear this. I didn't order room service.
Are you sure?
And I could sort of like whisper, it's complimentary to her. Just it's complimentary room service rather than a ordered room service, maybe.
So you whisper
Yeah,
that to
so
her? Do you whisper that to her? Do you?
To Siri, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So hang on.
You're gonna make me roll something here, aren't you?
No, I'm rolling something.
Okay.
Okay. Nope. That's fine.
Alright. I say it's complimentary.
All right then. Then kind of you hear the lock on the door. Then he opens the door.
Did you just see this?
It's the same guy that you saw in the pub.
Well, I didn't see him.
No, you didn't see him, but yeah.
So I sort of go, hey, room service, and just sort of more or less sort of gesturing to the food, but not really completely.
Okay. Yeah.
Sort of lead me inside it. Where would you like me to put it?
Okay. So you walk in. So he kind of like opens the door for you. You walk inside, and then before he shuts the door behind you, he kind of pokes his head out to look down the corridor,
Right.
and then sees all three of you like.
Just grab him and pull him out the door.
We just kind of push in then at that point and push him back into the room.
Yeah. Okay. So you were kind of ready for that. So
Yeah.
So who was closest to him, or who wants to basically make a tackle for him?
I'd say Cecile would be the closest.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind making a tackle for him and kind of just trying to force my way in because obviously he's not seen me before as such.
Yeah, but there's three armed guys stood outside of his door.
Oh,
It
they
doesn't
right next
matter who we've seen.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think that is. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I'll go for the push and try.
Okay.
And,
So what you trying to do to him? You trying to grab him or push him to the ground, or what are you trying to do?
just push him back into the room so that we
Yeah.
can get in there with him.
Yeah. So as he
Okay.
pokes his head out, this is kind of like moment, like a 2 or 3 seconds, where you're all just
Yeah.
like looking at each other, like,
It's almost like.
and then he realizes what's
Hands
happening,
over his mouth and pull him out.
and then he realizes what's happening and kind of like jumps back, and then
Yeah,
but then
and
you
we kind of
dive
all
for
go.
him at the same time. So
Yeah.
let's roll initiative.
Right. How do we do that?
Okay, click your
Oh,
characters
so you
and,
just click initiative.
and then click initiative roll initiative. But you've got to select your token first.
Yeah, if you click on your token
There
first
you
and then
go.
roll it. Yep.
Where's the... Oh, great.
And this isn't necessarily a bad thing, mate.
So initiative rolls a d8 plus or minus your dex, like if you want to know it. So.
Awesome.
We got 2, we got 3, we got 4.
Yeah.
Man,
Man is 0.
Well, he hasn't rolled yet.
Oh, okay.
we're waiting for.
Oh, yeah, you're waiting for me. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
disturbing.
That's alright. You're still waiting for me. So.
Shitty. There we go.
Nice.
You broke the chain. It should have been a 1 or a 5.
Let me just find out what his thing is. So okay, so he's just rolling. 5. Okay.
Oh,
So Raoul gets to jump at him first.
okay.
Yes.
So what do you want to do? Do you just like?
I tried to force my. Yeah,
Remember,
sorry.
we're trying to take this guy live.
Yeah. I was not planning to shoot him with my mag rifle.
I'm inside. We can see inside the room now.
Yeah, you can see inside the room. It's just like a standard like
So
room.
I'll
It's just
be
just
back-
just a bed.
but-
Like as soon as you walk in, there's like a bathroom door on your right that just leads into a little bathroom, and then there's just like it just opens up to like just a room with like a bed. That's it.
But
The man's behind me at the doorway. I'm slightly in.
So you walked in like kind of past the
Is he
bathroom
gonna
door,
be-
like.
Is he gonna be in between us then? Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna be in front of him.
Yeah, you're in front of him, yeah, and then she's on the other side.
He's going to be
Seriously.
here, I would assume.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, exactly. So there's
Like,
there's like a corridor. Like I'll draw it for you. Might as well.
Mm.
So there's like corridor.
Before we initiate, dude, can I be a pain?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
take the bar break?
Yeah, no, I need a piss as well, so that's cool.
Okay,
That's fine.
cool. I just think
Yeah.
it might be easier
So,
before
so
we
the room's like
start
that. The room goes
back.
a bit further off the map, but like actually, hang on, I'll just move it. Hang on.
If you move the map down.
Yeah, no, just don't leave yourself there. I'll move it. Don't worry. Now if we just go,
Right, under by.
there we go. All right, I'll just finish drawing this room. Boop boop boop. Bed.
That's one hell of a nice
window.
room made.
And then like a desk. Done. Right, I need a pee. Be right back.
Sure.
From my point of view, this has been a successful mission. No one's died. We gained entry to a room.
Well, I need one of you to kind of die at some point. That'd be helpful.
What?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, back.
Welcome back.
I'm ready. We can put HP in our character things, can't we?
You can if you want. Like like I said, we don't have to use this like in. We might not be using it in every single combat situation because it might just be like we will in some cases like with this.
Oh, it says. Oh, it just says.
Don't worry, man. This is gonna be over before
I'll
we
just
started.
Yeah.
this gonna be the biggest tackle you ever seen, man. With my strength and dexterity.
My problem
my-
is what's going on in here.
That, well, I guess the person inside would probably have seen it at this point if she's standing so much forward.
Yeah. Well, currently they still think it's room service for me.
They don't think it's room service anymore.
No.
So there is multiple people inside. Ooh.
No?
Oh, it's just the one guy.
You don't know if there's multiple people in there. I've not said anything
Oh,
yet.
but the way you said it, Nova, I think there's multiple people inside.
You can choose to believe that.
Well,
I do believe.
until it's my turn, we won't know.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because you could just
So
see
you scream,
you
"Oh."
could just see the dude and then Siri behind him, and like this desk. Like that's it.
What's that purple thing you fucking drawn like next to the?
This.
No, not that. The down by us. the
Oh, that's just a
purple
door. Like, so you're walking straight there to the door into the bathroom. This is the bathroom bit.
block. Okay. Fine. I just had to like.
I know my drawings are shitty. Leave me alone. It's fine.
How do you ping the map?
You just click and hold left click.
There are other ones,
Oh,
apparently.
cool.
And I can also do shit like this.
But can we get the blood splatter, please?
Yep.
I demand blood splatter everywhere.
Is that enough blood splatter?
Right, it's not showing up on mine. What the fuck?
I can indeed tell you there is indeed some giant blood
Yeah, but it's not
splatters.
showing up on mine for some reason. I'll refresh. Come on, roll 20. I can't see it. What?
I can.
The heck
let
do you
me
need blood
reconnect.
splatter?
Basically, the blood splatter looks like a person just exploded from internally.
Yeah, my roll 20 is fucking up, so. Oh well. I can't see it, but I can still do everything else. It's fine. Yeah, let me know when everyone's back.
I think it's just TJ we're waiting on, isn't it?
I promise by the end of the campaign I will learn people's names.
Raoul, Siri, Cecil, Grovazel.
Yeah, and who's actually speaking to their voices.
Oh, okay.
Who's back? Oh, much better.
Like everyone's here now, I think.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
That's alright, don't worry.
It's
It's all good. No,
I'll be back.
you're allowed to take breaks, it's fine. Like. Alright, so Raoul, what the fuck are you doing? What are you attempting to do?
Oh, sorry. I guess I would try to tackle him and pin him against the wall.
So have you got your gun out or is it on your back still?
It's still on my back. If I might have drawn my sidearm, my submachine gun.
Okay, yeah. Right. Okay. Okay, so were you trying to run in and tackle him?
Yes.
Okay. So make an athletics check
This is not good.
to try and grab him, basically.
This is not good. Okay.
So what are you trying to say? Are you trying to throw him on the ground or just trying to like grab him or what?
I grab him and pin him against the wall.
Okay, so
With his,
which
in like a police grip, with his, like try and grab his hands and then.
so like
hold them
grab his
to
hands and
back.
like shove him against the wall. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So yeah, make a athletics check.
that's Dex.
Yeah.
So. Why did that not come up? Okay, let's try again.
Did we get some sort of surprise at this point, or?
Oh.
No. Well, okay. So.
I was
Okay.
gonna say,
So you run in the door. You try and grab him. He kind of like just steps back, and you kind of like jump and like stumble. Like you don't fall on the floor, but you kind of like stumble and like you completely miss him. He like just steps to the side, and you kind of like come past him. So you're now like kind of in the room here, like next to Siri. If it'll let me put you there, yeah. So you're kind of behind him, and then he's like up against the wall, like here. Oh, that's only half the X moved, but there you go. Yeah. Okay, so and then the guy goes. the guy kind of at this point he's just like, what the fuck is happening? Who the fuck are these guys? He just kind of grabs himself and goes to run into the bathroom. So he kind of like barges the door open and then just runs in, and then like shuts it behind it and then puts his back against it. So now he's like in the bathroom with his back.
Please
With
don't fail that. Hit the door and fall over.
No, he can't fail on that because he's just running through. Like, this guy just fallen over. You're just stood there with a tray, Siri. Like,
Room service.
room service. You knock on the door again.
Then suddenly there's this noise behind me.
Yeah, and then so yeah, he gets to the room and he just shouts, "Who the fuck are you guys?"
Well, Raoul's fallen over. I'm too far in, so it's going to be one of the other two that's probably going to
I'm
answer.
just gonna shout room service.
Is it my turn then?
So yeah, it comes El's turn. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna go walk in and go surprise party.
Well, you can't push the door open because he's got his like back against it, so he's pushing it.
No,
shut.
I mean I'm gonna go. Hang on.
So you're just gonna walk in the entrance and just like hover around the bathroom door.
Yeah, just gonna hover at the bathroom door and just
Yeah.
knock on it. And go surprise party.
Okay. So
Gesture for Cecil to come in so as we can shut the front door.
no answer. Okay. So Sideshow, what are you doing?
Well, at this point, do I see anything in the room?
No.
No one else. No.
No, there's no one else in the room. The bed's a bit messy. There's a lot of like rubbish around. He's obviously been here a while.
Alright.
But no, there's nothing.
I walk
else
over to the desk and put the tray down on the desk.
Okay. You don't want to spoil the food.
No.
Okay.
And at this point, I just sort of I want to do, well, I guess a perception check to see if the windows ajar or anything like that, or been recently opened in some. Sort of way.
The windows don't. You don't need to make a perception check for that. The windows don't open. They're just kind of like solid windows, and they look out onto the street.
Then I'm just going to rifle through his shit.
You're gonna rifle through his shit. Okay. So there's a couple of bags around and stuff. I'll tell you what's in them next round.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand in the door in case he tries to make a run for it.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna kind of block his door.
Have you closed the door? Or...
Yeah, I've come in and closed the door.
Okay.
And
So as you're walking in and closing the door, you look across and there's that old woman like peeking out, looking what's happening, and then you kind of like eyeball each other, and then
I just smile and
you
close
just
the door.
smile and she shuts the door really quickly again and goes back inside. Okay. So and then is that all you're doing? You're not saying anything?
No, I'm literally just coming in and closing the door.
Mhm.
Just gonna turn around and shout, "We're here to talk."
We're here to talk.
'Cause
And he goes, okay, so he shouts back, the way you're armed doesn't look like you're going to talk to me.
We're here to talk. We just here to. These are just for protection.
I don't believe you.
Anyone else want to say anything to try and persuade him?
So it's back to Raoul's turn, so you can say stuff in between, like combat, but Raoul, what do you want to do anything?
Yes, I'm gonna tell him that if he doesn't open this door in the next 5 seconds, I'm gonna kick the door in.
Okay.
The bathroom door.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Oh, these are all the amazing stats and skills.
Dude, we gotta let the dice decide it, like that's the whole point. You just went, yes, you kicked down the door, he's really scared. Like,
where the fuck is
there
intimidation?
isn't intimidation, isn't there? I'm pretty sure
It's
there
just
is.
a persuade, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be sort of
Is
persuade.
there not an
with-
intimidation? No, there isn't, you're right. So yeah, just make persuade, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Wisdom.
No, he just shouts, fuck you.
Alright. So I'm guessing it's his turn again.
Yeah, it's his turn again. Nothing happened. You don't hear anything.
Alright.
So then, Govzel, your
We're
turn.
just fine. We won't kick the door down. Can we talk through the door? Is that fine?
Well, it looks like I don't have much of a choice.
Well, you can come out. We're not stopping you.
I'm not coming out of here.
Fine. Can you tell us about Mr. 8?
Where did you hear that name?
In passing. Why? Is it bad to know the name?
you hear nothing.
Are the hinges on this side of the door?
So the hinges there.
Can we
So-
see
so
the
that-
hinges?
that-
Like, could I
No,
unscrew
no.
them?
Like, sorry, the door's shut, but that's where the hinge is.
I'm
And
going
the
to.
door opened in ways, so I would assume the
Yeah, the
actual-
door opened
oh, yeah,
inward-
The pins
inwards,
you're
yeah.
asking, if you're asking about the pins, they're going to be on the inside.
Is it made of wood?
Yeah.
I'm just going to beckon Siri over and go. Use your friend. Tap my arm. And just gesture at where the hinges are. I think you know what I'm going for.
I think I do. I was looking through stuff, but did I find anything in the time I was searching?
So if it's your go, yeah, like the time you were searching for around, you find like a couple of bags and they're full of data pads. So they're full of like comm units and data pads and things like that.
I gestured to the guy. I gestured to them, sort of. You might want to check out some of these while I sort of then start walking over to the door and lifting up my arm as I get ready to sort of cut the
Okay.
hole.
Yep. Is your monoblade loud when it like revs up?
No, it's not. It's not humongously loud while it's revving up. But once it touches the door, it's probably going to make a little bit of noise.
It's gonna make a lot of fucking noise. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, so you want to just like start hitting it. Okay, so just roll because obviously you don't need to roll to hit it. Just roll damage on your monoblade.
Where do I roll damage?
It should say like under if you put it in the section.
Yeah.
If you got it in monoblade.
1d8 plus 1.
There you go. Okay, so you start hacking into it. The door is thicker than you expected. It's going to take you like another full round to like properly cut through it, at least a little bit.
It only needs to cut where the hinges are, and then the door will.
Well, that's sort of the idea I'm going for, but it's still.
Yeah,
sort
but
of
it's still going to take like at least a round, maybe 2 rounds to do it like fully. So
Fair enough.
let's just say like a round a hinge, basically.
Just before I do it, I'll say, I'll have to cut my way in.
So there's the door. You're like cutting on like the far side.
So
So the door's gonna like fall forward, like when you cut all the way down.
I'd
Is
say
that
I'll
what you're
cut round the lock or something like that, sort of, so you can just push the.
Well, it's not locked because like he's pushing against it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just going for the hinges. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going for the hinge. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay.
All right. You're up next.
Cecil.
Yeah, so I'm just going to turn and say to him, look, we don't want to force our way in.
Sounds like you already are, mate.
Well, you're leaving us no choice. We need to talk to you, and we need, you could come out and talk, but we're going to find our own way in. And at this point, I'm going to lock the main door,
Okay.
so that's now locked, and there's no point in me pulling out any weapons or anything because that would just be stupidly close and
Yeah.
extremely
Yeah.
overpowered.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to stand here and kind of. Actually, I might even lock the door, and I'm going to walk into the room. I think actually, and start looking at the data pads.
Okay. Yep. So you start
Because
looking.
obviously, there's Siri's already there, cutting through the door, and the other two are still there. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
he
That's
ain't
fine.
going nowhere.
Yeah. It's
So I'm
pretty
gonna go and
cramped
start
in here
looking
right
at the
now.
data pads.
Like.
Yeah, I'm going to go and start looking at the data pads.
Okay. All right. So I'll tell you about them next round.
Yep.
Okay. So it's back to Royal. As you say that though before, he goes. He says again, "Who sent you?"
And as I walk away, I just shout.
If you
"No
tell me, we may be able to talk something out.
one."
I kind of just look a little bit confused and look around the room at the other people. Don't really know what to answer.
Yeah.
I sort of, if I am allowed to, I sort of just sort of shrug and sort of like in the idea of just tell him I've got nothing to lose. We can always get rid of him afterwards, sort of thing. So go for it. So we have a name, don't we? Well, we have the
Torres
bounty.
prison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the bounty was set
set
by
by
the Frontier.
Frontier.
Yeah.
So
So I'm just gonna say the Frontier sent us.
And he goes, "Those fuckers!" And you don't hear anything for a second. And then he goes, "Maybe we can work out a deal."
I immediately stop.
Okay.
Who is it next?
Guess it's still my turn.
Yeah, it's still your turn. So you're not going to do anything. You're just going to kind of like,
I'm just gonna pass for now.
yeah, you're going to pass. Okay. So, because you can do that. You can hold your turn till the end, and then you can make your action if you want. So you hold your turn. He kind of you hear the guy like shuffling in the room. You also hear like an energy charge, like charge up, like a battery going while you're in there, and he's like, right. So he's just kind of like, he doesn't know what to say, and like he's obviously, it sounds like he's panicking and stuff. So he's gonna take another round to like collect himself before he kind of like continues talking. So we're kind of like, there's not really any combat happening right now, so we'll kind of just skip over it. So we'll go over to Cecil and look. I'll tell you what's on the data pads because that will tell you more about the situation. So you look at the data pads. Everyone you pick up is basically like locked with like passcodes and stuff like that. You can't get into any of them that you can find. But you do notice that all of them are kind of full of information. But you just can't read any of it. You can see the files and stuff like that, but you can't read any of it because it's all got separate passwords and stuff on them. There's a lot of information on a lot of things.
Would there be any identifying marks if they were, for instance, Frontier datapads?
There's all kinds of shit here. Like, if you pick up a different pad, like, it'll say, like, names of people or what have you. If you pick up another one, it'll say, like, the Frontier operations and stuff. But you can't see what's in the files. It's just, you can see the file
But
names.
I'm just thinking, I've obviously got two guys here from the Frontier that have been in the Frontier.
Yeah.
Would they, if I was to read them to either Govazel or Rolf, would they recognise any of the names, perhaps?
No. No, they won't recognize the names. Actually...
I definitely would not.
Ghost, make an intelligence check.
Okay.
So he's just on your intelligence, just click it.
There's no thing
Oh, is
to
there no thing?
click.
Oh, just 2d6, like plus and minus your intelligence, whatever it is. Oh yeah, there isn't, is there? Yeah, sorry. No, you don't know any of these names.
So it wouldn't be a culture chorus or...
No, it wouldn't be. No.
Okay.
So no, you don't recognize any of those names.
So I'm
enough.
assuming that at this point now he knows that there's a bounty on his head that the Frontier have sent us.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, he's finally collected himself and he's like, right, I'm coming out. We can speak. You don't shoot me, I won't shoot you. Deal?
Deal.
Deal.
Yeah, I've still got the sort of blade out, sort of.
Okay. So how are you?
Sure,
How are
showing
you?
that we are armed.
How are you positioned? Are you all pointing your guns at him?
I'm standing where I am I'm just standing with my back to the door.
Yeah, so he can't
waiting
get
for it
out.
to
Yeah.
come out. So he
Yeah.
can see me and see that I've not got my weapon drawn, but I've got it showing that I have a weapon on my side.
Okay.
I would have been there because I was going for the door.
Yep.
I put my submachine gun back in my holster.
Okay. So you all okay? So
I'll
of you have actually
stay there,
got-
but I'll have it just down to my side, sort of slightly away, so it looks like it's still there, but it's invisible. But I'm not pointing it in his direction.
okay. So the
Ready
door
to grab his gun.
the door like swings open, and then the guy, the same guy that you recognize, obviously, he's got his two laser pistols, and he just kind of like points them forward. And he's like, and he kind of looks at you guys like you haven't got your guns up. As he does that, do you pull your guns up then? Because he's pointing them at you.
Is he close enough that we could just go, whoops and grab his guns before he has a chance to react?
Not really, no, because he's like here, so he's kind of like kicked open the door, like kind of just opened the door a little bit, and then like kicked it with his foot, like holding the guns ready. So he's ready. He's ready before you. If you go to like pull up his gun, he'll probably shoot you.
I'm guessing
just gonna-
the battery sound was them charging up anyway, so they're primed and ready to fire.
Yes. Oh yes.
Is what I would guess.
Yes, they are. They're like blinking red lights, like flashing up and down them. Yeah.
I sort of just, I just sort of keep the thing sort of still to my side, just sort of keeping it ticking over, sort of thing.
Mhm.
But sort of saying, we're not going to do anything, but if you try anything, something's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And he kind of walks out, and so he kind of walks out, like pointing the gun, one at you, Siri, and then one at you, Cecil. No, not Cecil, Gozel. Just pointing at you, kind of like, and then he kind of like shuffles down the corridor, and it's kind of awkward because there's not much space. 'Cause you guys are like,
I allow
so
him to pass.
okay, so do you move out the way?
Yeah, I move out the way as much as possible and sort of making sure he's passing.
So he kind of moves like into here, like pointing his guns at you. So where do you guys move? So he's kind of this is like 30 seconds of kind of slow movement, like pointing each gun, like looking at each other, like someone gonna do something.
I'll move over towards the window.
Does he give any sort of chance for us to grab the guns off him?
No, not really. Because you said you had your like guns like not really pointed at him.
I know, I mean, not pull our guns, but I mean just with our hands, grab his guns and get them out of his hands and then point them at him, sort of thing.
If you wanted to have a go at that, you can. Yeah, but he is ready to shoot you.
Right.
So yes, you can if you want.
How bad did this go?
So if he's so saying as he's like walking out here, you try and grab his guns.
Crap.
Do you want to try that?
I'm tempted to, as he turns down the corridor, try and do a submission hold and get my arms under his arms and then hands on the back of his head.
Well, he's always got his back to this wall.
Oh, okay.
So he never turns his back to you.
Right.
And he's always got a gun pointed at you as well. So.
Right. Could wait until he gets into the middle of us and then jump him, but I'm going to let him pass and see what everyone else does.
He's ready to shoot, as I said.
Right. So
he's
moved over there.
So he's moved over there.
I'm going to follow him and then move to the window.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand in the doorway, just looking what everyone is gonna be doing now.
Okay, so you're where you are now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moves there.
Yeah, okay. And so he's like, so I think is right. What do they want me for?
Does it matter who speaks? Or?
He just kind of looks around the room.
I'll say, it doesn't really matter. They want you. It's not really the point, is it?
I thought we were here to talk.
I'm just going to turn around and say there's a bounty on your head, dead or alive.
And he just kind of sighs, like, fuckers.
What have you got in mind? You said we could come up with an offer.
He's thinking. He's like, right. He doesn't really know how to handle this, and he kind of at this point he kind of goes. He knows he's kind of a bit defeated, and he kind of like drops his guns to his sides, and he kind of sits on the bed. And he's like,
I'm gonna pour him a drink.
Okay.
Off the little cup.
Off the platter, like in the paper cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take the cling film off the punch and like give him a thing of punch. Yeah.
Pour myself, everyone a drink, and then hand him one.
Okay. So he kind of takes it, and he's like, okay. What the fuck, but okay. So then he starts drinking, and then he spits it out. Like, oh, that's disgusting. What the fuck is that? And then just kind of throws it against the wall.
So,
and if you you drink it, it's pretty fucking disgusting.
I'm used to disgusting food because of my planet.
So you probably quite like it.
I'm probably quite happy with
You're
it.
like, you down it and get another one,
Yeah, pretty much.
so.
I don't realise the alcohol. I don't realise there's alcohol in it or anything.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here, bud?
And he's like, well, I have information that they want. There's not much I can do in this situation, so it's not in my hands anymore. And looks at you guys.
I take out some bindings and go, well, we can do this completely peacefully, and say that you surrendered and see if they give you a lighter sentence.
And then he looks at you and says, well, maybe there's a third option.
Please don't.
And I'm just going to say, what have you got in mind?
So I have information that's extremely valuable. And he looks at the data, he just like gestures to the data pads. He goes, if I were to give you some data that you could potentially sell, maybe you could look the other way.
I would have to think seriously about declining that. Because
Yeah,
I have no idea about computers at all.
yeah,
apparently.
we're being offered 50,000 credits to bring this guy in alive.
Yeah. I would.
I'm just
I would also mention that the Frontier would definitely not like if we kind of let him get away at this point. Not, yeah.
my family would be sentenced to death for crimes against the state if I let this guy go. I just say that out loud.
And he looks at you and just goes, but how much is your family worth? This information is worth a lot of money. Probably more. What's the bounty on my head?
I'd turn around and say, I'm not going to disclose that. What's the data pads worth?
I just yell out 100,000.
What, as this bounty?
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at you and goes, not bad. My shit's still worth more. A lot more.
And I just turn around and say, give me a figure.
It depends. I have a lot of information. How much would it take for you to look the other way?
I say to the guys, if the pads are worth that much, maybe we could 800, 900k. Could let him
Are
go.
this guy's hands in a position where I could easily go click click with the binders?
Well, no, he's still got the guns in his hand and they're kind of like in his lap.
Oh, has he got his hands sort of like crossed in his lap?
Yeah, so he kind of like sat on the bed and like let his he's still got his guns in his hand though, on like. So.
And they are still charged.
The kind of binders that I'm imagining these things are is if you slammed it down on top of someone's wrist, if they were in the right position,
Yeah.
it would just lock in immediately.
Yeah.
So
I'd
I'm
still
just
be able
gonna
to fire his guns properly.
do that and pull him forward so that he drops the gun.
So where you're here, aren't you?
I'm sitting right next to him on the bed.
Oh, you moved over to move on the bed.
Yeah, when I handed him the drink, I sat down on the bed.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. When he does sit down, when you do sit down, he kind of like shifts to the side and like kind of turns to face you more, like on the bed, like.
Okay, so his hands are in an easier to reach position now.
Kind of, but he is also like basically, if you were to try and do that, he'd probably have a chance to shoot you.
So if I was to just raise my arms and goes, I can't believe we're doing this, and slam them down, and slam the cuffs down on his wrists
Yeah, you can try that. Yep,
in one movement.
you can try it. Yes.
Okay, what do I have to do that?
I think we'd probably roll initiative again.
Yeah, because we've come out of combat, really, haven't
Yeah,
we?
so we came out of combat, so I think we'd roll initiative again to see who went first.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah,
So
never
I'm
know.
readying myself to do this, and he's going to spot that I'm ready to do this.
Oops.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh God, no.
Jesus. Oh, wow.
Oh, we
Oh,
might have a chance
sweet.
to filling this off.
Nice.
It's not completely over.
So, will it go mid? So we've gone through the order. So now we're at his go to put the.
But yeah, basically, at the moment it's just between Govazella and the guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go to slam down. So you will need to make a dexterity check because it's obviously quite accurate.
Okay, so
You have to,
that's
like-
just 2d6.
Yeah.
There is a dexterity thing, isn't there? Oh.
Well, you just roll your stat plus or minus, like. Okay. And he's gonna roll this like a dexterity like opposing.
Yeah.
Dice gods, roll low.
Yep.
Yes.
So you two go, oh right, and then you slam on the cuffs, and he just kind of fucking shouts. So he's got the cuffs on him, and then he kind of like he jumps up, and then because he's still got guns in his hand.
I'm holding the cuffs in one hand, so I've clapped them down.
Okay,
I'm
so
still
you've
holding.
got hold of him. Okay.
And if he tries to shoot, I'm gonna jerk his hands away, or try to.
Okay.
Theoretically, if he's got cuffs on, if I'm right in thinking this, wouldn't his hands be pointing to the sides? He wouldn't be able to turn his wrists or anything because they're on his wrists.
Yeah, but so
even
he's
if
got,
he
he
shoots, he's
had
gonna
his
shoot
hands
through the
like
window
down,
or
like
through the
he
door.
has his hands like this in his lap, like holding the guns. So you slam them down on his wrist, so he's still got like, so he can still like turn his wrists.
Oh, okay.
He can still
I,
turn.
I sort of kind of envisioned him having his hands.
Well, what I will say is
almost
like
crossed.
as you do that, he drops one of the guns. He's still got the one in his right hand, so he's still got one in his hand. And you've still got hold of the cuffs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just make an opposed strength check.
Oh, this will go well.
And so basically, if he can wrestle free of you.
Can he wrestle free?
Yes, he can.
Yes.
So he kind of like shoves you to the side, and you kind of like fall back on the bed, and then he pulls out the pistol, and then goes to shoot you.
Right.
So what's your armor?
5.
AC 5.
Please don't kill me.
You miss.
Yes!
So he kind of like in his panic, and he's like fumbling. He kind of shoots the bed, like, and the bed starts like catches on fire a little bit. He's not gonna like burn the plate down or anything. Don't worry. So then and then we'll go back to like the turn. So Raoul, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
He has a gun in each hand, right?
He's just got one. He's dropped one of them, but he's got his like hands cuffed, but he's still got one in his hand.
I would probably draw my sidearm and try and shoot him in the hand to so he loses. So he's forced to drop the other weapon.
Okay. All right. So you're firing your submachine gun, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You fire
I
it.
feel like the mag might be a little bit overkill.
You're firing it with burst because yard +2. Plus 2
no.
to damage and plus
Are you
2
going
to...
to fire, or are you just going to try and intimidate him to stop?
I'm gonna fire.
He's gonna die.
Shots fired.
Well, that's the thing. You guys do remember I told you earlier, if he does die, as long as he's not dismembered, I can keep him alive.
Oh, this is true.
The AC, what the AC input? That's
The AC, he's got AC 3.
3. Okay. Well, it is aimed for his hand, so
Yeah, but like you still have to generally shoot him. Like
yeah, of course.
AC takes into account actually armor and like his ability to move out of the way.
And what's the other modifiers?
There isn't any other. What other? If you're burst firing, then it's +2.
No.
Because burst firing gives you +2 to hit, but you fire 3 rounds instead of 1.
No, it's not burst fire. No.
Okay. So you just roll it. Yep, you hit him. Okay, so so you shoot his hand and he drops the gun, and like you kind of like you deal 6 damage to his hand. So like basically his hand explodes. like you shoot like a bullet like straight to his hand, and, like kind of like he drops his gun and like he just like reels in pain and he can't grab his hand. There's just blood gushing out. Like
Is there enough hand there that he won't be able to slip out the cuffs?
that's a good point actually. Thank you for telling me that.
I don't think.
Ghost!
I don't think.
Important.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter anyway because he's like
Would
fucking
he be
really in
able-
pain.
would
He
he
hasn't
be
got a gun
such a-
anymore, so like it doesn't really matter either way. But
It's combat over.
let's say it does. So his hand slips out because he's got like no hand left. And so like the other cuff's just hanging off, and he's just kind of holding it like fuck, and he just kind of like he just kind of curls up next to the bed because kind of like, and then he let's just say he passes out because he just fucking blew his hand off.
Right. Grab his pistols and patch him up.
Okay, yeah, you patch it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, so maybe that's a good point to end then. Cool.
After we blow up,
So you blow up the guy's hand. So I'm assuming. So then after that, so we'll come back into this room, and then you've got to get him out of there and get him to the ship and do whatever then. Okay. So are you guys okay to end there, or do you want to keep going for a little bit longer? Or
I need to wake up early tomorrow, so I would like to end it here.
cool. That's a good spot to end, I think. So there's a guy bleeding on the floor. Govezel's trying to like patch him up.
I just have to be sure. Did it just completely obliterated? There's nothing left of his hand.
Let's say there's like kind of like 2 fingers left or something like.
So-
you just,
so
like,
there's-
you've
there might
you've
still
blown
be
off
a-
like this part, so there's just like this left, like
there might be a chance for us to save at least some of the hand.
Yeah, you still have after like, but the thing is like you can get prosthetics and like cybernetics and shit. So like,
Okay. Well,
getting your arm
it's-
getting in this universe, getting your arm cut off on a certain world isn't a big deal because you just get like a.
I just want to point out that I did not start this. That someone else failed their roles, and I just did what I had to
You
do.
do what you. Everyone does what they want to do. That's fine. So yeah, we'll end there with this passed out man with his hand missing.
Yay!
Yeah.
Cool. So there you
Alright.
go. Cool.
If you want to talk about time, I'm off till next Monday.
Okay, so when you want to do it next, yeah.
Well, I've got in between that time off, so if
Mhm.
any free time between then and the next month, well, yeah. So not this
It's
Monday.
It's up to you guys. I should be free most of the time, so you should just let me know. But if you want to organise it now, that's fine because I'm a bit set down.
I'm just saying because I know my actual work schedule at the moment. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm free most times, but obviously tomorrow on Monday I find out if I've got my new if we're going to be moving,
Yeah.
Alright.
and I also find out if I'm getting my new job.
Mhm.
So
Right.
things might change as of kind of 2 weeks Monday.
That's fine.
I'm
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
I'm free
Yeah.
until then, but yeah,
Well, we'll just do it from session to session. So when you want to do the next one, and then
I'm up for any time.
Yeah.
So
First-
shall we go next
Thursday-
Saturday?
someone pick a day.
Next Saturday sounds
Yeah,
fine.
next
same
Saturday.
time next Saturday.
same time next Saturday.
That
Yeah.
should be fine by
Yeah.
me. Yep. Cool. Go ahead and rate my DMing so far. You can be harsh if you want.
Horrible.
No, I'm like because I want like feedback and shit, so I
No,
can get
no,
better at it.
actually, at the
Because I'm
moment,
still
I'm
new
quite
to
good.
this shit.
I'm definitely enjoying this way more than the other D&D right now.
Okay,
This-
cool.
Yeah,
It's
this is
definitely-
fun at the moment.
Cool.
You definitely improved your DMing from the last thing we did.
Cool.
Guys,
Yeah.
we did not die, even though we have most.
Oh
of
yeah,
us
that's
have
so.
no
So
HP.
yeah, so did anyone have any goals that they think they reached?
Yeah,
Yes.
No,
I
well,
have
I didn't
one.
get a reply to mine, so I have no idea.
Well, no. So because what was yours?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Mine was
Yeah.
navigation.
So, but the thing
location,
that's something that's going to last a while though.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen. Like you said you started it like while you were looking, but
Yeah.
it's not going to resolve itself like instantly. Like
I
Well, I said that's the only thing I've started.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So you won't get any XP for that.
I
but-
definitely did do one of mine, my short term or
which
whatever.
which was that?
Do I just tell everyone?
Yeah, you can
or
tell everyone like now. It's fine. Yeah.
explore new planets, pretty much.
Oh yeah, because
like
you've got the ongoing thing. Like every time you go to
Yeah.
a new planet, you're like, yeah. But you haven't actually been on a planet.
Oh, well, we did land on that first planet though. The one with
That suppose it's true. Yeah, you could take.
Don't you try and
Okay.
cheat me?
All
for
right,
my
all right,
XP.
all right. You could take 200 XP,
Yes.
I've got one that I completed. I think
which is that one.
navigate to location without error.
Yep. So you could for that you could have about 300, I think.
Oh,
And
fucking
obviously
hell.
my other one is long term.
Yeah, your other one's long term.
This is rigged, man. Fucking rigged.
So yeah, with the goals and stuff, like if you want, you can make new ones up every goal. Or like Donkey's got is an ongoing one. So every time he goes to a new planet, I'll give him some XP at the end because that's his goal. He wants to explore shit.
So if we want to give up on a goal, we can. If we're not going anywhere with it.
Yeah, you can sideline it and stuff like that's fine. Yeah, you just can have
Right.
3 max at any one time.
Right.
Cool.
I will think about it next week of.
Yeah,
how
think
I
about
want
it.
to
Yeah,
change.
if you're
Did
like,
we not-
as I said, halfway through a session, you want to message me. That's fine.
Did we not explore new star system as well?
You went into a
Not
new
really.
system, yeah, but you can't go onto this planet.
We didn't explore it though, did we?
No.
No,
There's
we
no-
did not. That's right.
Stuck
You don't know anything about this planet because it's like covered by a force shield. And, like, it's the tech level 5 planet. There's no way you're getting onto it at this stage.
New kid.
Right.
New kid.
Good job. Yeah. Fire a vortex cannon back at your face. Yeah, sure.
It's fine. We know where we can get our own vortex cannon. It's fine.
Yeah, but
Good old
that one's not
Hector.
working.
Yeah.
That one's not working.
Yeah. Make a goal. Send Hector a message. What do we need to fix the vortex cannon?
Oh, God.
Just fit. Can you fit it on that little shuttle, please?
No,
And
it's
then,
bigger than our ship. I already asked.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
it's about 4 or 5 times bigger than your ship.
That's fine. We can just drag it behind us on a chain or something. It's fine.
No,
what
you
we'll
can't.
do is we'll fix thrusters to the gun and fly the gun.
You know what you guys need first, though? Money.
No. We are literally just gonna kill Hector, steal the vortex cannon, and then just fly it into the planet.
See, I reckon we should just put a bounty out for Hector. You know?
Oh god! But we won't be able to pay the bounty because we don't have any money.
Well, that's the thing.
See, this is the thing, right? We've got this guy, yeah?
We've also got the data pads.
We've got the data pads. I say we bribe him to give us over 712k and we just pay our ship off. And then once he's paid us,
I
we
don't
take
think
him
he's
there
going to want.
I'm pretty
I'll
sure
be
that
serious.
he's not gonna
Don't
cooperate.
think he's going to want to make a deal now we've blown his hand off.
He might.
Which hand did we blow off, by the way? Right or left?
His right hand.
His right hand,
Is he right-handed?
probably.
As far as you can tell, yes.
Oh no, this
Well,
is bad.
if he
now.
was right-handed, it would have been less likely for him to drop the gun in his right. Oh yeah, no, he was holding.
He had the
gun
one in his right
Damn
hand.
it.
That's the one that he shot. So.
We blew the right hand off for him to drop the gun. You know?
I would like to. How did it manage a bullet from a submachine gun? How did that manage to blow up the hand?
Because you rolled really high on your damage.
Yeah, but still, I don't think it's possible for a bullet to just.
I
He
rolled
wants-
really
he
low
wants
on my
one
damage
point
for
of damage
my
per finger.
chainsaw. Look at my chainsaw. It does 1d8 plus 1.
Yeah.
That's, I'll put that in comparison with my laser rifle, which is a 1d10.
versus my sniper rifle. That okay, don't get me wrong here. The damage isn't great. It's 2d8. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I aim and fire it off and I'm not seen, I insta kill the person.
They make a physical effect save. If they pass it, you just roll damage. If not, they just die.
Exactly. You know,
But you have to take a whole round to set up the shot first.
that's fine. I don't mind taking a
That's
whole
a
round to set up the
disadvantage.
shot.
It's fine. We
wouldn't
have our
have
way to deal with Hector now.
I personally wouldn't have wanted
I
to take a
thought
whole
of
round to set
two-
up a shot on him.
I'm going to change two of my goals because I think these are more obtainable.
Yeah, that's fine. You also get XP when you finish missions and shit as well. So
It's fine. This mission is already finished, man. I took care of it.
It's not because we've still got to decide whether we're going to hand him over or not.
He
Or we're
can
gonna
just
get-
just take a bullet to the other hand. It's fine.
you also have to get into the ship, and you also have to explain to the hotel
Oh, no, no.
why you just
Well,
shot a dude.
No one noticed the gunfire or any of the other things.
You don't know
We
that.
don't know yet.
You don't know
Yeah,
that.
we don't know yet.
We don't know that. Plus, we don't know who's watching the CCTV still or anything.
Well, the thing is, I can actually, if the officers come, I can go. We are here for a bounty for him.
Anyone
Don't
got any
worry,
rope?
I'm with so and so of this family. If you contact X, they'll tell you it's fine.
If that's providing that they abide and they understand that. I mean, there's still a lot we don't know yet. I mean,
There's a lot you
We
don't
should-
know.
Yeah.
we still don't know whether this planet even acknowledges bounties.
It's right next door
Doesn't
to the
make any
prison
difference.
system.
Doesn't make any difference, mate. This is the
It's
thing,
true.
we
It doesn't
still
make any
don't know.
difference. Like one planet can have like one
Yeah.
governing body and another one another.
That's true.
They're still a long way away from each other, like distance wise.
Yeah.
So
Are we ever gonna visit Pandari, my home planet?
Don't know. It depends on where the missions take us.
I would love to visit my home planet.
Just one question though. I know obviously we've done the board and we're now kind of 12 days, 13 days on
Mhm.
from seeing the last board. Did the missions have an expiry on them? The ones that we
the bounties, not necessarily. No. They're just an ongoing thing. But like, if someone brings them in before you, kind of deal, then
Okay,
that's a fail, kind of thing.
so multiple people can take the bounty at once.
Yeah, of course they can. Yeah.
Okay.
Who
Okay.
wants the sniper
50k
rifle?
apiece then, lads. We're all right here.
I need to make some notes here on who is who. Because I am not going to remember any of you.
Also, I just want to point out as well, you guys don't even know if this is Mr. 8 or not. Because it doesn't look like him.
That's what I was going to be doing next session, is checking the
But no,
wardrobes.
he's already given. He's already given into that by when we turned around and told him the Frontier had put a bounty on his head.
Well, they said,
He-
"How do
he
you know
said-
Mr. 8?" And he said, but we have not made sure it's Derek.
Well, I happen to have this wonderful tool which can do a DNA scan,
Nice.
and there's plenty of DNA all over the bed, all over the floor, probably on the ceiling.
Alright.
So,
This
Who
is
did I lent someone 10 credits to buy their sniper rifle.
No one.
that person's not
Yes.
currently playing.
yes, he's currently AFK. That'd be me,
Right.
mate.
That'll be you. Alright.
Cecil, yeah. He lent me 10 credits.
I'm making a simple goal of collect my 10 credit debt from Cecil.
He likes a joke, didn't he?
That's a great goal.
so-
I like that goal.
I just want.
I'll tell you what, when you get that, it'll probably level you up 5 times, because at this moment in time, that ain't happening.
I know.
Yeah, that goal entirely depends on CCL and how hard he wants to be with not giving you it.
That and the fact that it depends on whether or not I survive long enough to give it to you.
Well, then I'll just go, he owes me a debt and take some stuff off you and go, debt paid. Because no one else will know what the debt is. Well, none of you guys know what the debt is, technically. In the game.
No, you
this is
technically
true.
don't know.
So, the debt could be a ludicrous amount for all you know.
Jesus.
Is that it? We'll meet up next weekend and do the same again.
Yeah, same time.
Although
Yeah,
probably
that's cool.
Yeah.
not blow someone's hand off.
You never know.
Oh, it's gonna be the head next time.
We've still got to get out of the hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not out of it yet.
And hope that security don't object.
Well, something like cleaning the room may need to happen. And,
I said that. The room's no concern. It's getting out of here alive.
the other, yeah.
The other thing as well, I forgot to ask earlier about our ship.
Mhm.
Does it have like a stockade on it?
What do you mean by stockade?
Well,
Prison.
most ships have some form of prison on them.
Yours
have
doesn't
one.
know.
We'll just lock them in a cat. We've got plenty of crew quarters.
You've got
and-
two spare quarters because the ship can hold 6 people total.
But he's going to put our life support up, lads. Come on. Put our life support costs up.
Wow.
So it'll be 6 days
who's
to
got
jump to the
money
next
left?
system.
Yes.
Who's got money, by the way?
No,
Who's got credit left? Because we've still got to refuel.
we can. We can scoop fuel from a star, can't we?
Yeah, takes 4 days though,
That's fine. We'll do that.
and that refuels pretty much everything. So
Yeah. So we'll be scooping fuel.
Scooping, yeah.
If we get that far.
Yeah, if we get
And we still have
off
33 days left of life support as well. So
yeah, as long as you guys keep track of that, and it's now January 15th as well. Just for
I
notes.
can
As
put
well.
that down as well.
Yeah, just keep a note of it. This shit, it's you see what I mean. You got to make quite a bit of notes with this
Oh yeah.
game.
Yeah.
It's a lot. You need to make a lot more than D&D.
This is much more fun though, so I don't mind that. In game time. You said January the 14th, right?
15th.
15th. That's the date.
Is the year gonna be important?
It's the year 3200.
Okay, I'm just gonna put that down.
I've just modified the ship notes so that that has sold the ship was Hector on Samiria. It's that.
Yeah, I already written
Oh,
that
so, yeah.
down the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've put the date it was sold to us on, which was Jan 3rd,
Okay.
because that could make a difference later on. We may need to remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You want to make notes like that. That's cool.
Do we want to make a note that he has that cannon, or if someone made it in their notes?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't worry too much about the cannon because it doesn't work, and until we can get a ship we can fit it on.
As I said, the ship you can fit the only ship that you can fit it on is 60 billion credits base,
Right. Other thing.
and you need a crew of 300 to pilot it, basically.
Did
So,
we choose who was it registered out of us, or are we all registered as the owner?
That's up to you guys. If you want to register it 4 ways, you can.
Would it probably better to register it 4 ways
Yeah.
rather than just me
Okay.
as the pilot?
It means not one of us could run off with it
Yeah.
easily.
Alright, well. And
Donkey with a plan. Right. Boop. There we go. I hope you all enjoyed the first session of Stars Without Number with Donkey, CCL, Ghost, and Sideshow. It was fun doing it. I have fun doing it every week. We've currently just done the 5th session, I think. We just did 5th, was that right? I can't remember. The other week. So basically, I'll try and keep to the schedule. I'll try and publish the next one next Tuesday. Either today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. I'm going to put the actual whole video up on YouTube in the 4 sections. So you can catch up with it there. I'll also make sure it's I'll archive it as a VOD on Twitch as well. So make sure people only caught part of it or want to catch up with the rest of it can do it, and it's all still there available for you. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you for Donkey and Sideshow and Cecile and Ghost for doing it with me. Appreciate it. Any questions or what have you, just give us a message or ask us next time. So thank you very much. Much appreciated, guys. I'm off for the night. So I will see you all later. Take it easy. Have a good rest of the night or day or whatever time it is. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.